Right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the live stream of Arsenal at home against Aston Villa. We are about to kick off. Welcome, Gary, and welcome, Vincey, to the watch along.
How we doing, guys?
Everybody who joins us in the chat, and we are.
What's going on, family? Good to see you.
How we doing, Vincey?
All good, man. Yourself?
I love that shirt, Vincey. I love that shirt.
Yeah, man. It's just getting the old vibes, man.
It just reminds me of the game at Old Trafford when Van Nistelrooy missed the penalty.
You know,
yeah,
Keown jumping.
Martin Keown, yeah.
You know that. Yeah, they're playing with a nice spirit this season, man. And these vintage tops, man, are just coming out. Just makes you feel good, man. Feels good.
So Villa in the ascendancy in the first minute, long throw coming in. Man, that is a throw and a half, man.
I think I'm behind you guys already.
Yeah, I'm on 42 seconds.
Oh! Ollie Watkins nearly scored. Looping header. Raya was beaten, and it just looped over the bar. But the ref should have stopped the game there because Trossard took it flat, smack bang on the back of the head. And the referee should have seen that and stopped the game immediately.
Yeah.
I
think Trossard will be all right, though.
Yeah, he's up. He's run off.
Ooh,
no treatment required. It was.
So let's talk about the team, gents. I'll start with you, Vincey. What do you think of the team today?
Yeah, I mean it kind of speaks to itself. I mean, I do like Kirill at left back, but Zinchenko, you know, he can perform there and actually can give. We're all about rotation now, you know. It's we've got players who can play and perform. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I think Trossard is good with
lovely turn. Go on, Saka.
Trossard.
Why are you passing it there? What is that, Ben White?
I don't think Martinelli's 100%.
What the hell was that, Ben White?
On pace right now. Trossard has earned it with his goal scoring and his movement. So yeah.
So Arsenal had a nice little break there. Saka was played through. He cuts the ball back to Jesus, who's kind of like outside the edge of the 6-yard area, about 18 yards out, not in the middle where you want him, you know. Somewhere Saka could have fired that ball across. Sorry, Vince, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's all good. It's all good. I hear you, man.
It's when you want your number 9 in the middle there, so the ball can go across.
I think it's one thing I've seen. I mean, definitely from that Bayern Munich game. I think that was the fastest I've seen us move the ball consistently against a team that can hurt us. And I think that was really encouraging to see that we've got to that stage now where we actually believing in our ability to move the ball quickly and in space and attack teams. So that's encouraging to see there, and in that passage of play that you're talking about, Gary, that ball movement is the willingness to support Saka in those situations and not leaving him isolated. So it's
yeah, but I think when Jesus ends up coming to the position where he receives the cutback, I want him in that middle, getting across that front post for a cross that's fired in. You know, he doesn't got no need to be there because we've got Jesus. Not Jesus, so we've got Odegaard.
So would you want Havertz or Odegaard to be making that short cutback pass? I mean, I'd
rather once Saka's played into that position, I'd rather him be going to the bot. He's just been taken out by Luca Digny, first foul. Once he's in that position, I'd want him firing the ball across the goal.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you score goals.
Yeah. Okay. So you want it go across the.
Yeah, I want my number 9 in the centre, making a run near post, and then the winger on the opposite side coming in far post for the ball played across.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you work the ball into a position. You don't need to overplay from that position. Once you've worked yourself there, it's pretty simple. And that's it, cross it, Saka. Oh, unlucky. Well worked again. See, Saka got put in that, and that time Jesus was in the right place, but Saka couldn't get the ball across. Well run, Gabriel Jesus. So the ball breaks, and Jesus puts in a full sprint to become the right back, sorry, and wins the throw in for Arsenal.
Yeah, I must be about 15, 20 seconds behind you.
I'm at 5:50.
Yeah.
5:37, 38.
5:51.
Oh, yeah.
Odegaard seems to be on form today. He's made a 3 nice little passes in between the lines.
Keeping it simple though, isn't he? He's not doing anything.
But that's the best way. That's the best way, Tone. When you try to overcomplicate things, it doesn't make good.
Yeah. It's interesting that with this lineup, it means obviously that Kai Havertz has to drop back into a more of a 10 role.
Well played, Josh. That's never a foul, ref. Come off it.
It's never a foul. Just seen it. Shoulder to shoulder, innit?
Oh, Odegaard's nicked it. Jesus is through. Oh, he played Saka. He played him wide.
Gary, what's your thoughts on the team today?
Thoughts on the team? Yeah, I think it pretty much picks itself. Would you have been inclined to rest Saka with Wednesday coming up?
Oh.
Or would you play him? Obviously, you chose to play him, but yeah, I think there was always going to be a couple of changes.
Did Kai Havertz duck underneath that?
Yeah, it looked that way. I think that.
So we see.
I don't know why he done that, because the ball was head height. I just see it from the other angle. He should really be heading that home. I don't know if he got a call from Trossard behind him, or he thought Trossard was in a better position.
Yeah. Good cross there from Saka on his right foot, Bertram Spence, if you're listening. I'll tell you what Villa are doing well is their
Villa on the break here. Saliba get across. No fouls, Willie. Well played, Saliba.
He just took on the afterburners there, didn't he? He just he looked like he was second best for that, and then all of a sudden he just
another long throw. This guy's throws are like corners.
I played a 90 this morning. Tone, you'd be pleased.
90. Wow.
Yeah.
How did that go?
It went well. We won.
He was sub for 85 minutes.
90.
Yeah.
Wow, man. That's
you're
deep.
good. You're good, son. I can even play 9.
I got about a 10-minute break after half time, but yeah, played the whole game. Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to stretch the legs. I'm a little bit sore now. I'll be honest with you. I've only got in just recently, so I can't wait to get to the bath and
you're going to be hurting tomorrow, mate.
Yeah.
I will be.
Would you play left wing?
Right back, mate.
Oh, he's right back. Okay.
Yeah, I can't get up and down like that anymore.
he was like Ben White out there.
I was
up and down supporting his winger.
Nice one. Afternoon, Emerson. Big up yourself.
Lewis in the house. Big up to you, Lewis. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Just got back in not that long ago from watching my son play. He's in the semi-final now, which
Oh, nice.
good thing.
Nice.
Nice.
And I was just overhearing you lot talking about playing football this morning. So
Only one of us
I'm
was
a
talking
girl.
about playing football. The other two are laughing.
I
even I
played.
played this morning. So
So what
Yeah,
was the,
well done, Lewis. Good
what was
on
the
you.
score in both your games?
hold on a second. Give me a second.
So I think my game finished about 7-3 to my team.
Okay, nice.
So yeah, it was nice. It's nice when you win.
Finish.
So
Oh,
my son
what a ball from Trossard.
won
Havertz runs
5-2.
onto it and brings a great good save from Martinez.
Oh,
Nice one. 5-2, you said, Lewis.
Yeah, my son won 5-2. Got himself a very nice assist today. Really, really good assist. And then my vets team, we won 4-1 against the in-house. We played the younger lot in our club. There's like eight teams there on a Saturday. So we
I
played
can't believe you just said the word vets.
yeah. No, I'm north of 35 now.
Nice one. Gary, that ball movement was good. It's a shame that shot from Havertz.
Yeah, the shot wasn't great from Havertz, to be honest.
It was a rushed one because you got the defender on the cover as well, so it's a snapshot. It's on target.
Not too dissimilar from where he scored against, was it Sheffield United?
Yeah,
It's a good effort.
We got to be careful of their long ball counter attack. They're not looking to play football, Villa. They're just waiting to play one over and catch us cold.
So Gary, in that situation,
That's a ball.
You know when Trossard puts that ball through to Havertz?
Yeah.
You know what I was saying earlier on about Odegaard coming across? Could he not come across?
Well, the thing is, in that situation, because the ball's played through the defence and we've got a runner coming from midfield, it's always hard to try and get support up there for him. But the only person that could probably support him would be the 9, because he gets into a position where he can square the ball for a tap-in. But all in all, you want the strike to go ahead like it happened, but he just needs to get it a bit more across the keeper, which is not an easy skill, by the way, to shoot across the keeper.
Because sometimes I feel that it's just
play on.
Odegaard, you got to give it to him there, man. Just had to give it to Ben White there. Arsenal win it back though, and it's with Zinchenko over on the left now.
Recycle. No, you got to recycle that, man. Keep it.
You just see that Odegaard giving the ball away, didn't you?
Saka's still down.
I don't know. You must be ahead of me.
Georgios, big up yourself, mate. Enough love. He's from Greece. Georgios from Greece. And Emerson.
Oh, he's back up now.
Respect, bro. Respect. And Emerson says afternoon to the family. Gary, Tony.
Afternoon, Emerson. I'll be seeing you tomorrow night, Emerson, at the under-21s.
I don't know if you lot saw the result of the under-18s game.
Yes, I did.
Me and Lewis was talking about it on the group.
What is this kid on?
He needs to be promoted to the under-23s, man.
25 goals in 5 games.
That's
ridiculous.
Oh, that's a nasty challenge, you know. I don't think it's on purpose, but he's reaching and he just catches Saka on the top of the ankle, side of the ankle, top of the boot.
Yeah, I was watching us.
He got a yellow card for that.
Did he?
You know what I don't understand? If that's a yellow card, if he's deemed it to be a stamp, I just thought it was just missed time. I didn't think there was any maliciousness for a yellow card in that at all.
If it's late, then it warrants a yellow card, right?
Yeah, but I just think they was both going for the ball. One gets there a split second earlier. Is that really a late challenge?
Yeah, he's nowhere near the ball.
Yeah, it's got to be yellow. You can't just
change the laws when you feel like it. The law is the
No, I
law.
just think sometimes it's a bit of common sense, isn't it?
Nah, that one, Saka does get kicked from pillar to post a lot of the time, and he just gets up and carries on, and referees don't really protect him as much. But now that player's on a yellow, good header.
Yeah.
So let me get Lewis's opinion on the team. Obviously, we've all had a little say on the team. Lewis, what do you think?
We brought Jesus in to accommodate. The midfield is solid, but I'd rather have had Havertz as the focal point up top.
Okay.
And then maybe, but obviously, where Trossard has had a blinder in midweek, it's very hard not to start him. Backline
Well
picks
played,
itself.
Arsenal.
Just it's a team. It's a team that should get the job done. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, Jesus is through. There's no flag. Havertz is through. No flag. Havertz. What are you doing, mate? What are you doing? He completely fluffed his lines. He's miles on side. No, it would have been tight. But he gets played through. It's another run from deep. He can't get the ball under control. Takes him an eternity, and then Martinez is out to smother.
I'll tell you what, though. Did you see the triangle play that started the move from the back?
Yes.
It's one of them situations again. You've got to take that shot early.
Yeah,
he's never had it under control, Tone.
I don't know, Tone, if you've got there yet, but the play that Arsenal got out of the press was phenomenal.
Yes, yeah, it's good patience and faking.
Lovely touch, Zinchenko.
Lovely control.
Yeah. Zinchi looks up for it today. You look very
coming Rice now.
You're looking very sharp.
Rice to Odegaard. Got to go one more. Saka, you got players in the middle. Can you deliver? Back post. Oh, Jesus has fluffed it at the back post. Header, and it's wide. It's well wide.
Yeah, just talking about the under 18s. I was watching a YouTube video the other day, and Max.
Oh my!
Sorry, Max.
You just see the Jesus chance, innit?
They were talking about.
That's a terrible header, man.
Talking about him being a generational talent at 14. One of the best.
Oh, that Max Dowman.
Yeah, Max Dowman.
Listen, he is gravy, absolute gravy. I'm seeing him making big man passes. Right, he looks like you know when you look at a player and you're like, you're a footballer. His level of intelligence is absolutely crazy, man, and he just glides past players like it's fun.
Yeah, just seeing the chance that should have been a goal.
Yeah, definitely should have been a goal.
He's got to get that on target, that header.
Has to.
Why didn't he just volley? Why didn't he volley it instead?
I was thinking the same thing, Lewis. You've seen it a few times where, if you're confident, Van Persie would probably have volleyed that.
Yeah, but that's his stronger side, isn't it? His left side. But we can't be missing too many chances, man.
I'm looking at that goal difference.
What are we waiting for, Christmas?
That goal difference is 7 points. Is still 7 goals. Is still too tight for me. It's still a lot of
especially because of the running that City have got. City have.
Oh, you're in space, Rice. You could have turned.
It's a tight game.
Oh, Saka, go on. You're in. Oh, the touch was terrible. The touch with Odegaard has split the defence in two. Saka is there. All he's got to do is put the ball across. And his touch was terrible. And
use your right foot, please. Just square it across the box.
His touch on the outside of his left foot was terrible.
Yeah, he's got to receive the ball on his back foot here.
Why he doesn't take that on his right foot as it's coming, as he's running, then it's going to set him up for a striker goal.
Yeah, just kill the pace and then
Oh,
boom.
Odegaard, man. So Arsenal are in full press. The ball balloons up in the air. Odegaard goes for it. And all of a sudden, Villa are through. Watkins. Oh, well done. Well done, Leandro Trossard, who gets all the way back to nick the ball off of Watkins' foot before he can shoot.
I just saw that Saka.
Yeah, okay,
Oh.
okay, Stan. Okay, Stan. Yeah, I've got you.
Do you know what?
The infamous right foot, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll live and die on that hill.
I'm pausing.
Like, Tony, that's just lazy from Saka. Normally, he would take that with his right foot there.
Yeah, but he took the first touch with his left, which I think was what caused the problem.
Watkins should have gone. Was that Watkins who had that chance?
No, but Gabriel delayed, and Trossard done the work to get in. So it's good defending by both.
Big up to Victor in the house.
Oh, well done. No, Zinchi, you got to play there. You've got to play there. What are you doing? Just play. Sometimes you don't need to make it too clever.
You've got to be a little bit more descriptive, Lewis.
Oh, so Zinchi gets the ball on the edge of the box. He's driving, and then he suddenly stops and doesn't play the pass to either Odegaard or Rice, who almost got caught. And then Jesus, they find a pass to Jesus, but he just didn't have the pace to get in behind. Well done, Havertz.
I didn't like Zinchenko losing the ball on the edge of the area, though. Just prior to that, it was. I don't know why. I don't know about you.
No, that's not a foul. That's not a foul. That is not a foul, ref. Come on.
Has he given it, Lewis?
He's given a foul there. That is not a foul, man. Oh, boy.
I don't know about you, lads, but I just kind of feel like Arsenal lack pace up front.
Big time.
I mean, sorry. Jesus is a great player, but he's not in any way got pace.
Great ball. Oh, God. Oh, Havertz, why have you pulled out? Stick your leg out, man. Oh, Zinchenko. Oh, Zinchenko from just inside his own half puts it 10 yards wide. From Martinez's scuff clearance. It looked like it was en route.
Oh, Havertz, man. Take the contact, man.
Exactly, Lewis. Havertz has got to take that contact now. The keeper's coming out. Just get there first with a little touch around him. Get cleared. Get a penalty.
Tony, when you're talking about pace, I think this is where up front, across the line, if we had pace in all those areas with trickery and movement and skill, we can match a Madrid, we can match a City, we can match a Bayern Munich across that line with pace.
I mean, Real Madrid next season are just going to be ridiculous. Vinicius and Rodrigo
Davis.
and Mbappe.
Yeah.
Oh, what a turn, Jesus. Hit it now. Oh, shot's blocked. Jesus turned on the sixpence, totally sent the defender for a kebab, and the shot was blocked.
Odie's starting to get like on top of this game, man. Ooh.
We just need that first goal.
Do you know? Yeah, it's coming. And especially with the extra day of recovery we've had on Villa.
We've had 2 days.
Oh yeah, 2 days. Sorry.
There's too many bodies there.
Ben
I
White.
don't
Why
mind
not?
this.
Not
I don't mind us keeping the ball here. They
Yeah.
got to shuffle
Oh,
out.
what a
They got
turn,
to
Martin
shuffle out.
Odegaard. Oh, nice tackle, Odegaard. Odegaard is threading some balls, man. Odegaard is threading some balls. I'm not going to lie. That's about five balls now that he's just placed on a platter. And his corner's been given. I thought that was a goal kick, to be honest. Odegaard won the tackle.
So Victor says, I would take a position 2 in the lead and concentrate on Europe. Look at the matches City has. He is not going to lose. So they're not going to lose.
I think City definitely go unbeaten from here.
Yeah,
Just a question of whether we can.
I think Arsenal could go unbeaten in the league.
Corner comes in.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, I kind of second what Victor's saying. I do think if that does pan out, I think we would rue the chances that we had against City.
Zinchenko, man, that was the easiest ball to play ever.
But
I mean, it's difficult to say we should have beat City and then go, well, what about not beating?
And the counter attacks on.
You know, if
but
we
Arsenal
win
are back in numbers, man. Arsenal back
just
well in numbers.
What we got to do, and ultimately that means win out. You know, we got to beat Spurs away. We got to
there's no room for any slip ups, Tony. It's win from here.
It's just simple as that. You know.
And to be honest, after this game, Spurs is the only real. I bank is to beat everybody else.
I do as well.
You know, it's just this and the Spurs game. We get past these two with flying colours, and it's game on.
You don't know what Man United's going to turn up either at Old Trafford.
Nah, they're useless.
Yeah, brother. I know they're useless, but they'll get their backs up. You know, I actually thought Liverpool were going to go there and spank them one, but they didn't.
But look at Liverpool today. So the fact that Man United got a draw. Well, hang on, Crystal Palace got more than a draw. So I'm not banking on Man United being this all of a sudden.
He's in space. Well played, Ben White. Well covered.
I do think both.
Go on, Saliba, keep going.
Both the Spurs,
keep running, Saliba. Keep running. Play it. Trossard, Saliba's made the run there.
But both the Spurs and Chelsea games, as proved at the stage when we played them earlier in the season, we were on top and we should have got results.
Yeah.
In both of those games, those 2 games are going to be tricky games.
Yeah,
very.
But we're a different
Trossard
team now,
there.
Tone. That's what you've got to also consider.
You know what it is as well? Guys. The way that we play, we're not giving anything away at the back.
Yeah.
But we're dangerous going forward.
Tinchy, that's got
so when you see these teams like United and that coming back against Liverpool, they're not as solid at the back as us. Yeah. So if we just carry on playing it our way, it's in our hands. Villa come now with Diaby. But they get to the byline and the cross is woeful and it's a goal kick. With Ebenins applauding because they put 4 passes together.
Down a cul-de-sac there, Zinchenko.
Martinelli on the bench.
Yeah. What do you think, boys, of the idea, which I was thinking was rest Havertz, play Trossard in the 10, and have still up Martinelli on the wing?
Havertz is through again. Odegaard's found him. Come on, Kai. Oh, you got bodied, mate. Kai Havertz. You got bodied off the ball, mate, by Douglas Luiz. You just couldn't.
Douglas Luiz?
Douglas Costa, whatever his name is. Diego Costa, whatever his name is. I knew it was something Costa.
Yeah, I think that's not bad.
Oh, come on, Kai.
The first touch takes it into Costa's favour. He needs to keep. Huh?
His name's Carlos.
What's he saying?
Diego.
Well, that's what I said. Well, I'm calling him Costa. The first touch took it into his path. He needed to stay on the left side of him. But that's 4 or 5 times that he's made this run now, and we've got no end product from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's not a bad.
He's got a dead leg now.
Formation, Tony. I think Martinelli's been saved for Munich.
What's the matter?
I wouldn't put Martinelli nowhere near Munich, man. He was terrible.
Yeah, I think he's going to come good, bruv. I really do. I think he just had a bad game.
Corners whipped in. Oh, the shirt! He pulled the shirt off his back, man. Gabriel nearly had the shirt pulled over his head.
We're not gonna get a penalty for that.
No, it's never going to be a penalty. But it stops him from getting up to head the ball.
So Stan has reiterated the point I made by saying that Kai Havertz is way too slow. I mean, as I said, don't see speed in any of our forwards. In all honesty, you know, especially when you look at some of our rivals in other clubs. I mean, even you look at Bayern Munich, they've got pace. You know.
Well, most of their pace is out injured now.
Yeah, Coleman's out injured. Gnabry's out injured.
Is Coleman out injured?
Yeah. He picked up a knock yesterday.
You sure Coleman, not Gnabry?
Both of them are out.
Yeah, both of them are done.
Both of them are done.
Stan, I think you're being generous with 3 words to describe Havertz up front.
And they got.
It's like, but
why was he left there?
Yeah,
and don't forget. Sorry. Yeah. Finished. My bad.
Yeah, he's made amends with that lack of speed.
And their first choice left backs out as well for Munich. Davis, he's out.
Yeah,
that's
he got
big opportunity
in the last game.
So Tony, what you're saying is the way how Odegaard is playing, moving the ball today.
Yeah,
you need pace. In that situation, because outside of that, there's no point making those balls.
I mean, let's put it
VAR. Where's VAR? Or did he just fall over? Trossard goes down in the box under pressure. The referee will play on Arsenal, still have it. Oh, Odegaard, no need for that, Odegaard.
He might have slipped over.
So Jesus plays it to Odegaard's feet. He controls it, and he tries to drag back round the world, back hill, but he could have just laid it back to Jesus first time or turned another shot.
So if I continue, Tone, with Villa struggling to get out of the press. So where was we, Tone?
Yeah, we were talking about that lack of pace in those situations.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen today 3 chances where a player has been put in against the back line. Villa are playing a very high line. And what that needs is you need a player who's got pace.
He's going to exploit it, yeah.
And Martinelli is the only player we have with that kind of pace.
But isn't this the second time that Unai Emery's done that to us this year, and he's played that high line? He was even higher in the first game.
Yeah, it was a lot higher at Villa Park, yeah. But we didn't seem to think, let's play a ball over the top and stretch the back line. We played everything in front and sideways. It's why we lost the game.
Yeah, I mean, he is on the bench.
Shoot! Oh.
He is on the bench. I just think this is a game that he can make a difference in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just horses for courses. You know, sometimes you look at a situation and you go, right, there's a situation where if we could get Martinelli in some of those Havertz situations, it's a different game.
Would you be a brave man to even have Nelson in that situation? Because remember when Nelson played, I think it was that Villa game, he caused a lot of problems playing further up front.
Oh, so close. Just looking at the sack on the edge of the box where he played it in Odegaard. Good play, Odegaard. Muscled his player off the ball. Shot from Havertz. shot from Trossard. Too many shots against players. You've got to do it when the player's not standing in front of you. Victor says he can see the idea Arteta is trying to do with this formation. It's good. I agree. I think that we've created more than enough opportunities
Switch it over.
in this opening 35 minutes to be at least 1-0 up so far. Arsenal have 7 shots against Villa's 3, 2 on target to Villa's 0. 21 touches in the opposition box against Villa's 3 touches in the opposition box. That's domination.
Ben White's just received the yellow card.
Who has?
Ben White received the yellow card for shirt pull.
Victor says Muller is coming back.
That's good. I'm glad. He's slow as hell.
It's bad. All right, he's got
that touch from Odegaard forced Tielemans into tackling his own player that's injured him.
Back in a sec.
Oh, this Villa player's down on the ground, boy.
Yeah, he was done by Tielemans for Odegaard's touch. Took him completely away, the wrong footed him, and he clattered his own player.
But they're trying to take the sting out of the game here as well. They're feeling the pace of the game, Villa.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, they've had 2 less days to prepare. So, they only played a couple of days ago. Oh, why Ben decided to pull the jersey. He didn't need to at that stage.
Now he's walking on a tightrope now.
There are times when that makes sense to do that, but that wasn't one of them.
Are they going to make? Is that Villa player back on the pitch yet, or is he going to make him wait the customary 30 seconds?
He's got to, hasn't he? It's the rules of the game.
One more. That's it. Use Benny.
I thought Rice could have got his shot away there, but Arsenal win it back. Odegaard feeds Saka. Saka cuts in. Odegaard edge of the box. Zinchenko across to Trossard. Come on, mate. Oh, what a ball.
Man, Villa really don't want to be out here. You can see it, but we've not taken the initiative at all.
We're the
ball stood up.
Yeah.
Oh, Saka heads over the bar. Havertz stands it up to the back post. Saka gets up, wins it, heads it over the bar.
Yeah, he just doesn't get over the ball. He didn't believe that he was going to get to it.
He could have even nodded that back to Jesus, who was standing unmarked 7 yards out.
It's a good move by Arsenal, though.
Oh, Gabriel's give it away. He's hit the back of Zinchenko. Watkins. Oh, he's in the post. And it's gone wide. It's gone out for a corner. For a goal kick. He hit the post. And it went right across the goal line and out for a goal kick. But Gabriel hit the back of Zinchenko.
Yeah, I'm just seeing it now.
Arsenal need to take their chances because we're creating so many.
Why didn't Gabriel
lovely again, Havertz? Now use it.
Just roll it back to
Come on, Jesus.
There.
Come on, Jesus. Take him on. Take him on. Oh, cross it. Oh, what a save. What a save from Martinez to deny Trossard. Oh, my God.
We're knocking on the door.
What a save that is.
I'll tell you what, Martin Odegaard is playing
Mate. Why
To
is he
be
not
honest,
opened his
to be
foot
honest,
up to
Trossard
go
just
the
got to
other corner?
put it in the corner, the other corner.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mate.
mate.
Should be one up.
We should be 3 up, mate. We have had so many opportunities.
Oh, well, listen, we're lucky we're not
That's
one down because Watkins hit the post.
Yeah.
Raya
That's
nowhere
a
near it.
beautiful ball in as well, man. Beautiful ball in.
Wow.
Why Gabriel didn't just roll that back home?
That's what I'm saying. It's simple
And then
choices where you're just trying to do the wrong thing. You're trying to make it too complicated when it doesn't really need to be.
Yeah.
You know, you got the ball. Like the other day against when Raya come up in the halfway line, even like Gabriel should have just tell him to go back or just play a simple ball to Kirill on his outside, not the inside.
I'll tell you what, boys. Martin Odegaard is having one hell of a game.
Agreed.
Go on, Arsenal. Well played, Jesus. You overlap, cross it, Ben White. Saka just passed the post. Ben White just sent the defender to the nightclub, mate. Taxi.
Woo!
It's crazy how we aren't 1-0 up or 2-0 or even.
Well, listen, I'm not complaining because we're creating chances.
Yeah.
If we wasn't creating chances, I'd say, look, there's something wrong. But we broke their back line 3 or 4 times. We just haven't had the pace to go on and finish.
I think Martinez has that if it's on target, though. It's a brilliantly carved out opportunity.
Back in 2 seconds.
Is there any chance Ollie Watkins could get stolen from Villa and come to Arsenal? Is that totally beyond the realms of possibility, does anyone think?
Would you not want Isaac instead?
Well, you know, my issue with Isaac is fitness. And Ollie Watkins is robust.
No, I get that. I get that. I don't know. It all depends on what type of striker Arteta wants up there. I've got a feeling he's going to go for something very similar to a Jesus rather than someone that's more athletic. We need someone with pace. Oh, go on. Go on, play in. Oh, come on. No.
Who is it?
Oh.
More description, Lewis. Tell us who.
So Jesus has closed the ball down midway in their half. He wins it. Trossard makes a nice run, but the ball's not quite inch perfect. And Villa managed to get the ball away. We're getting really good opportunities. They're beginning to tire now. They're feeling the pace of this game.
Well done,
we have to.
Rice.
We've got to take a chance. We take a chance, they'll absolutely crumble. They will crumble.
So Victor says, I would take Harry Kane any day. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I wouldn't. I don't know why. I want a player who plays box to box.
And who's going to give us more than like 2 seasons? We need someone that's going to have a bit more longevity.
Yeah. Oh. Dad, did you
that's
miss?
A great.
Oh my! I've just seen the Trossard and Jesus mess up.
Zinchi's got it on the left, passes out wide to Trossard, who's advancing, just on the edge of the box on the left-hand side, cuts it back to Zinchenko. Zinchenko plays a lovely ball. Oh my days, all it needed was someone to run across the 6-yard box and it's a tap-in.
Oh, mate.
Nobody gambles. Saka's got a gamble. It's not offside either.
It's coming,
someone, everybody's gone to the front post. Yeah.
I think we need to capitalise in these last 3 minutes of the first half, because when you dominate a game as much as we have in this first half and you haven't scored, it could go horribly wrong the second half. I just need us to score 1 before the half. Come on, lads.
Oh, anywhere but there, Trossard, man. Oh, he was trying to be too clever and give Martinez the eyes there. Like, you've got to open up your foot.
Oh, what control from Saka. Oh, I just saw some sick control from Saka. Arsenal are
Oh, he's
totally
giving.
bossing this game.
No, he's giving. He's just given a free kick to Villa on the edge of our box. I don't know why this is a free kick.
Oh my days.
Oh,
Oh my days. I've just seen the chance you talked about there, Lewis, where Havertz plays it across the box and nobody's there.
yeah.
See, oh man.
I don't know why Gabriel doesn't run across and just block the run
Yeah.
there.
Is it because he's offside? But he's just too slow. He's on his heels.
Everyone's on
He's
their
on his
heels in
heels.
that
He's not
box.
ready.
Everybody's on their heels. So it's taking some time to.
Apollo said madness. He's at the game.
John McGinn's lining up, Luca Digne and Telemans all lining up for the free kick here. We've been the far better teams, just we're not clinical enough. We're missing a cutting edge in that final third at the minute.
Has the free kick been taken, Lewis?
Not yet. Ref's taken about 2 minutes. Come on, ref. What are you waiting for? Right, he's blown the whistle and it's hit the wall. Trossard clears. Villa retrieve. And that's the end of the half. What's he giving? Or head injury. No, sorry, he stopped it for a head injury, Gabriel. Took one right in the face. Just need to manage this till half time. Is there ball? Is there? Oh, well, the ref gave us back the ball when Villa were in control of it. Very interesting.
I tell you what, Havertz is making some runs, and I just feel like they're great runs, but he's the wrong person to be making them. But he's making some fantastic runs.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I just think Martinelli would just absolutely rip these because his pace. They're giving so much space behind the line. Oh.
Long kick for Martinez. We win the first. He's given a free kick for the tiniest bit of contact on Telemans from Odegaard.
Yeah, I've just jumped ahead of you a couple of seconds. So literally there was 2 minutes of injury time. We're now into the 4th minute of injury time. With Villa having a free kick about 40 yards out. The line of the Arsenal defence is on the edge of the box. McGinn lines it up.
And it goes wide for a goal kick. And that's half time. Right. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Nice one. So, guys, we've reached the halfway point. Thanks to everybody who has joined us on this stream. Feel free to get your comments in. Question, I guess. Can Arsenal win the league? 6 games following this game, and we look very superior in this game. Here's 2 questions for you. The first question is, can Arsenal win the league? The second question is, would you concede the Champions League now to win the league? Or do you think it's still winnable? Stan, if you've got a bit of time and you can join me for a chat, I'd love it. Because I think there's a lot of good talking points to talk about here today. Very good game so far by Arsenal. We haven't finished our chances. We haven't finished our meal. You know, we've been everywhere in that Villa box. We've put the ball in loads of positions to finish, but we haven't. We can only hope that we can take advantage of one of these chances in the second half nice and early, take a bit of pressure off, and then go on and win the game by 2 or 3 more. It gets a little bit anxious if we come out and we don't score early. You know, we've obviously all seen, I hope we've all seen, that Liverpool have lost today at home. They lost to Crystal Palace 1-0, goal by Arsenal reject Eze. If you didn't know, Eze was in the Arsenal books. Didn't quite make it, but he's obviously gone on to better things, and you know, good for him. A player that I like a lot. Victor, in response to my question, I think the league is for City to lose based on the teams they have. The league is not theirs to lose. The league is ours to lose. We're the ones at the top. So, you know, in order for City to win, we have to draw or lose a game. And my question is, do we think that City are in a position to draw or lose? Are Arsenal going to draw or lose a game? Welcome back, Lewis. I've been keeping the crowd busy with a question. Do you think, it's a 2-part question. Do you think Arsenal can win the league? And the second part of the question is, would you forsake the Champions League now? Would you give it up, lose on Wednesday, if we could win the league? What's your thoughts?
Personally, I would rather the Champions League over the league because it's a cup we haven't won. It's a cup that would really, really silence a lot of the rival fans. And, you know, when you look at the pedigree of the teams that are in it as well, you know, you've got to beat the best of Europe. Don't get me wrong, winning the league title would be absolutely massive for us, given the fact that it's been so long. But I want that Champions League title more than I want the league.
That's fair play. That's a fair shout. Gary, I'll put the question to you. This is a 2-parted question. Can Arsenal win the league? And the second part of the question is, would you forsake the Champions League this week to win the league?
Yes, Arsenal can win the league. It's in our hands. If we win every game from here on out, we are champions. It's as simple as that. Would I forsake the Champions League for the league? Depends when you say forsake it. Are we talking like come out of it? As long as we go out and play our best, you know, and if we're not good enough, we're not good enough on the day. But I wouldn't forsake it in like just throwing it away. You know, by playing like a younger squad or fringe players, you play your best 11, and if you're not good enough, you're not good enough. If we come out of it but win the league, I'll still be happy.
Keep talking.
I mean, at the minute, you know, all our eggs are in the same basket right now, and it's down to us which one we're going to crack first. You know, we're more than capable first 11 to beat anyone on our day. It's about how much the players want to win both, because both are quite achievable. I feel that, you know, the Champions League is a lot harder in terms of winning it when you've got, you know, Real Madrid, Man City to potentially play. But then at the same time, we've got to play Chelsea, we've got to play Tottenham away, we've got to play Man United away as well within that run-in. It's one of those ones you can't. I don't feel you can make that judgment or make that call right about now over which one you want more, because we're equally as good in both competitions. I don't know what you think, Gaz.
Yeah, no, mate, you're right. I think both competitions could be in our hands. We're so solid defensively. Bayern, obviously, like against Bayern on Tuesday, we made 2 silly mistakes. But if we play every game as we've been playing it and be that defensively strong, there's no reason why we can't win both. You know, it all depends how we want to go out and how we want to play, and keeping everyone fit is another matter.
Okay. Let me give the question to Vincey. Vincey, 2 questions. The first one is, can Arsenal win the league? The second one is, would you sacrifice the league for Arsenal to win? Would you sacrifice the Champions League for Arsenal to win the league?
I think definitely we can win the league. I would not sacrifice the Champions League for Arsenal to win the league, because, you know, if you get yourself in a situation where it's 1 game to go, and you know the league is going to be in a position where you're going to secure the league before you're going to get the Champions League. If we're fortunate in that position to get to the final, I'm hoping that Arteta is going to manage the squad accordingly to get the job done. I think the league should have been wrapped up before that. So I can't see us prioritizing the league over the Champions League. I can't see it. I think it's something where this season we should be going on all fronts for both of them and having the right tactics for the opponents that we face.
Thanks. I'm trying to use 2 devices at the same time. So, Lewis, I'm going to give you some stats. Talk us through what you see here and what you think about these statistics.
Okay, so our expected goals is 1.32 to the 0.31. We've had 14 shots, they've had 6. We've had 3 on, they've had none. We've had 32 touches in the box. They've had 4. We've had more of the ball than they have. 2 corners, 3 fouls committed each. It's a game where we are dominating, but the fact that the big one at the top is still 0-0 is down to us not being clinical enough in the final third. We need to tidy it up. We need to create, you know, a lot. No, we've had some really good opportunities to score. I just think we've got to think about the type of finish that we need to use in those situations now, because Martinez is quite a big goalkeeper, and Trossard has to score. He has to put that in the opposite corner. Jesus had a point blank header. You know, Havertz has had a chance running through on goal. It just seems to me that Villa are just sitting back and just waiting for the right moment to strike. They've had a couple of sighters, which lucky enough we've nullified. It's a game statistically Arsenal should be winning, but you don't win games based on statistics. You need to put the ball in the back of the net, and then once we do that, we'll be fine. I can't see Villa coming back into the game once we get the first goal. They'll go back into their shell and kind of think, you know, we'll try and save some of our bigger players for our bigger games, trying to get into, you know, Europe.
Tone, do you want to talk to us about some of the statistics that you see and what your feelings are?
For me, the top four are a reflection of Arsenal post. I mean, pre-Dubai. It's the frustration that I have deeply. When you stop and you think you've got 1.3 expected goals, you've got 14 shots and only 3 on target in a 45 minutes where we looked pretty good and we've had pretty good scoring opportunities in passage of play, and we really weren't in that much danger. You look at those top 4 stats there, and it's like at this business end of the season, we got to be doing better. Those are the areas where I know Arteta is going to be talking to them. Guys, we're going to put our chances away. You know, Odegaard's been pinging some beautiful balls through with his high line, and those top 4 stats, when you look at that top one and we don't have a goal to count against it, it's not good enough.
Thanks, Tone. So I was getting together some more stats and facts and figures for us, but I'll have a look at this now, and I think I kind of agree with both of you. It's kind of clear that this has been a one-sided game. You look at the tilt in you know, expected goals, the 1.3 xG against the 0.31, but you know, even though Villa have had only a 0.31 xG, they've probably been the closest with that shot that hit the post. But 14 shots against 6, that's what you expect. You're probably looking for a higher degree of shot accuracy. We've only had 3 shots on target out of them 14. Now, I think I've got a stat that might haunt us going down the line as we consider, you know, ourselves in title contention and trying to take on the beast that is Manchester City. 25% of the goals Arsenal have conceded this season have been a result of individual errors, a higher proportion than any other team in Europe's top 5 leagues. So are these mistakes the only things between them and the Premier League? Lewis, what's your thoughts?
Could you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, sure. So just basically just reading out that, I can actually leave that on screen. But
no, I'll get it now.
What's your thoughts?
I mean, we just got to cut out the mistakes. I think we need to be a little bit more patient on the ball. Sometimes we don't have to, you know, rush forward, you know, and bring them onto us in order for us to get more space in behind. We just need to. And I also think there's still a bit of, you know, there's a bit of naivety in this young side still. You know, they're still learning, they're still maturing as a team too. You know, they've been very consistent this year, but there's always that, you know, little bit of uncertainty at times, especially when games like this are at 0-0. You can feel the panic, not panic, but you can feel the frustration of the team because they haven't actually taken an opportunity just yet.
Tom, what's your thoughts?
When you look at 25% of the goals and you consider that we haven't conceded that much, that's quite a high percentage of goals that we have allowed the game to be in a situation where it's been tight. And I think we take our chances. You're not going to see too many errors at the back because they're going to be focusing on getting a clean sheet because they know the game's won. So in two phases of the game, it's affecting the guys in the back. We've got to take our chances, and I think concentration would improve at the back when games are not as tight.
Okay, the boys are back on the pitch. 2 very quick stats that I'm just going to pull up real quick. How good is this lad? This lad is unbelievable. This lad is unbelievable. This lad is having a good game. I hope, Bertram, you can see these stats. And I know Bertram will probably turn around and say, but stats are this and stats are that. But this guy is actually having quite an effective game without having scored a goal. So we're off now. Welcome back, everybody. Gary is back in the house.
Dinner destroyed. Ready to go.
Yeah, you must have had to destroy that, buddy.
I did, man. It was cooked to perfection. Compliments to the chef. Oh, that was me.
Compliments to the chef. Compliments to the chef.
Still waiting for my chef to make dinner.
I'll tell you what, Lewis. I'm sat here watching the football, and in that little break, I got up. My muscles are aching, buddy.
I'll tell you what you need to get. Where is it? Where's my one? This thing is absolutely brilliant, right? And I'm on this every day, even at work. I'm on this. You see these
It
things
could be one
here?
of them roller things. I
You
knew you
see
was going to pull
these
that
foam
out.
rollers, yeah? These are life. These are life. I will tell you this now.
David Raya, Saliba.
Good man. Yeah, just have like 5-10 minutes out on that, and you'll be right.
So almost calamity there between Saliba and the goalkeeper. Raya comes out, Saliba goes for the ball. It should have really been Raya's ball to clear downfield, but we get away with it. We got the throw.
Fair play to Saliba for taking charge of the situation.
Yeah, 100%. If you're not sure, I'd rather him deal with it than do nothing.
But Ray, like he said, Ray, you got to shout louder if you want that. I don't think he shouted loud enough for it. Excuse me. Well done. Still very scrappy start to the half.
4 against 4. Saka, make the run. Ready?
Yeah, to who? To us?
Is he not even looking at it?
The way he said it, it sounds like penalty to Arsenal. It should be.
Oh, he's tripped. VAR, surely.
It's not. Do
you know what it is? Man. When you see it from that other angle, he doesn't get the ball, but his leg stops Jesus from running. I can't believe VAR hasn't looked at that.
It's because it's the Arsenal, mate. We never get VAR decisions.
Do you know what? I've seen those given because
and not for Arsenal though.
I guarantee you they've looked at it that Diego Carlos has just put his body in the way and Jesus has made the contact with him rather than the other way around.
No, his foot misses the ball, but in missing the ball, he impedes Jesus after missing the ball.
I know. Anywhere else on the pitch, and you probably get it.
Well, you can see a little foul on Saka. That was pretty much the same thing.
Right. We very rarely get penalties, so
we just don't get them, mate. VAR is not our friend. Anytime something goes to VAR, I always just think, now Arsenal ain't going to get it. We just don't get decisions.
Great ball, Trossard. Go on. And ball. Free kick. That's not going to be a yellow card, though.
That is a yellow card. Didn't get the ball. Simple as that.
He handballed it on the edge of the area when there was a shooting opportunity. Havertz would have nicked it to whoever was the other side of him. It's a shooting opportunity. Should be a yellow card. But the free kick.
Did we get the free kick, Gal?
Yeah, we got the free kick,
Yeah, we got the free kick.
23 yards out.
Yeah, Tone,
right of centre.
Yeah, that's a clear penalty. I mean, it's either he got the ball or he didn't.
Yeah.
You know what it is? He misses the ball, Vincey, but in missing the ball, he plants his foot, and that's what catches Jesus' foot.
Jesus is not going down unless he's got contact. It's a penalty.
You know, Martinez fills up that goal, doesn't he? Look.
Come on, boys. We've got to get an early goal here. Gets a little bit squeaky bum without the goal. And then it forces them to have to come out even more. And that
shut up. You're allowed to...
The
You
free
have to
kick
be a
straight
meter
into
in
the
front of the
ball,
ball, mate. Oh God.
and Villa
Boy.
have it back.
All this setting up for the wall.
Oh,
And
you should have slid there,
that's that.
man. Come on, Jesus, get across.
We're just missing a bit of oomph up top, man. You can see it. Everything else is fine. It's just the final ball in the
Declan
last
Rice, wrong
third.
side there, Declan Rice, man.
They've come just to frustrate us and get what we give them.
Listen, the point ain't no good for them, really, man, because I think Spurs will overtake them.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're not playing like they want to win the game. They're playing to wait for us to give them the opportunity to win the game. Hence why we got that stat of 25%.
Come on, Havertz. I think he needs to he should have dropped Havertz to the bench, because he played a lot of minutes, and in some of his play, he looks a bit weary.
Yeah.
They just played round us, man. It's Diaby running against Zinchenko.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, and a lovely dummy from Gabriel, and the ball runs through to David Raya. Yeah, see, Havertz, look, he's lost it again. He can't hold it up. He looks like he's out on his feet.
Would you hoik him?
Villa's starting to knock the ball between the lines now, and Arsenal are chasing shadows.
I believe Nelson's legs could do a trick.
This is a good game for Emile Smith Rowe.
You took the name right out of my mouth. I was just about to say that as well, Gary.
He runs from deep. He runs with the ball. He arrives late.
Knowing Arteta, he'll throw on Fabio Vieira on first before any of those two.
Yeah, he does like a Vieira, doesn't he?
Arsenal have literally at a walking pace now. Saka loses the ball. Ben White's by the corner flag now. He plays Saliba into trouble. Oh, that was such a silly ball, and it's cleared halfway in the Arsenal half, and Villa have it back. You've got players like Eddie, Smith Rowe, Nelson. They've had hardly any minutes this season. And in a game like this, I know it's Villa and they're in the top 4 or top 5, but you've got to give these guys a run out.
Yeah.
You've got players there crying for a rest. Havertz looked so far, and here come Villa through, and it's Gabriel that blocks the shot. Villa still have it edge of the area. Oh, look, acres of space. And midget keeper nearly got chipped. But it's over the bar. Goal kick, Arsenal.
Bloody hell, man. We need to sort this out. It's calling out for Martinelli as well, like we've been saying all
That's
show.
what I'm saying. Martinelli's the change I would make, because Villa playing so high, and I play him right up top. I'll move Jesus out left. I'll put Trossard in the 10 next to Odegaard. Yeah,
Zinchenko
take Havertz off.
Yeah, Havertz has got to be hooked, man. He's dead on his feet out here. Oh, Havertz, you moved the wrong way, Havertz. Saying that, though, he's just done a lung busting 40-yard run to get back and win possession.
That's what he does. That's what he does.
Go on, Jesus.
Part of his DNA.
Oh. You should never be offside there, Jesus. You should never be offside there. You didn't even get back onside. That's just lazy. That's just lazy, man. Great ball by Declan Rice, puts him clean through.
Such a good ball as well, man.
He never got back onside.
That's what frustrates me with this guy. He's just not in situations. He's just not good enough.
So with Havertz and Jesus starting up front, we've won more games with Havertz up front than we have with Jesus. 86% of the games Havertz is starting up front, we've won, compared to 60% for Jesus.
I did say to start with Havertz up front when Tone asked me the question,
Yeah,
what do I think about the team?
We went through that lovely spell of January, February, March with Havertz up front, and it paid dividends.
He's a lot more fluid as well because Havertz can play. He drops in and he can play in a central midfield position. He can drift out wide.
Oh, lovely turn, Odegaard. Now use
Loads
it.
of space for others.
Trossard back post. No, Trossard. What's that? What kind of a cross is that? When you come back inside there, either blaze it to the far post or hit the cross with some speed. It's just a little lollipop in the air. Martinez is going to get that all day long.
I think he should be shifting that and having a go from there.
But once he shifted inside, he should have had a shot.
Yeah.
There's no point in a little dolly cross like that. He's not going to achieve anything.
You play the ball out to Rice, who could then probably find a pass inside there.
I'm there running up and down the touchline, going mad.
Point's not good enough. That's why. And he'll be.
So Havertz is playing behind Declan Rice now. Oh, well played, Saka. Saka, you know what? Saka had no right to be where he just was. But it was a good job he did because Villa were clean through there.
Yeah. Great cover by Saka. Great cover. And that's part of his game that a lot of people don't recognise.
Don't see.
Come on, boys.
I mean, I'll tell you something. I mean, it's a couple of times when Reece Nelson's played and he's made a couple of really good track backs, like into his own penalty area type runs to win the ball. Go on, Jesus, turn. No, you've got to pass it. Oh, easy, we've got it back. Look how much too congested there. Too congested, man.
Too much. He just does too much.
Why are we not opening the pitch up? We keep going back to where the balls come from. Like, open it up, lads. Like, you can blatantly see here that Villa got so many over towards our right. Where's the space? The space is going to be out somewhere on the left, right?
Havertz, he surely won the ball there, ref. So there's a lot of huff and puff, but no really houses being blown down today.
Yeah.
And Leon Bailey's getting ready to come on. So Villa make the first change.
So Apollo's in at the game, and he's commented that Havertz has been our best player. Tackles, recoveries, winning duels, running behind their back line. He seems to be doing everything except finishing.
Yeah,
he left them boots. He left them boots in the changing room.
Yeah, he has had a good game, in all honesty. But yeah, you've got to finish some of that.
Who's that? That's Zanolo. That's Zanolo's gone down like he's been elbowed, and as soon as he didn't get the free kick, he jumped back up.
Yeah.
He jumped back up and started shouting and screaming at the ref. So corner Arsenal. Saka about to take it.
We haven't scored from a set piece for a while, have we?
Yeah, it's been a while, and we scored from so many. Obviously, we are the league leaders in set piece goals. I think it's 19 currently, set piece goals.
Come on, boys, man. We're looking a bit flat as well. There's no zip to the play. There's just no urgency. It's just like,
why are you trying to volley that there? Act like you're shoot. Feint to shoot. Take the chest control. Pass the geezer. You're in the penalty area.
Yeah.
So Moussa Diaby off. Leon Bailey on.
Just 1-for-1. So Leon Bailey's going to be up against Zinchenko. I personally would take off Zinchenko and put Tommy on, because I've been looking towards the game in midweek and thinking, I don't want Zinchenko up against, who would it be? It would have been Coleman. It would have been Nabry. Both of them are out. So I'm not sure who he's going to face.
Unless what they'll do is move Musiala out there and put Miller where Musiala is.
Ben White,
Yeah.
come on, Ben White. Ben White, don't get involved. What are you getting involved? Ben White's on a yellow card, right? He's getting involved with Zaniolo. Don't do anything stupid, and he gives away a corner. Ben White's another one that's played a load of minutes. You know, carrying a knee injury apparently. Yeah, another one, you know, that just doesn't get a rest, doesn't get a break.
Yeah, he's playing through some pain because apparently he's getting steroid shots on that knee because of the inflammation. But he's got that knee heavily strapped.
But he's the type to say, you know what, I'm good. I still want to battle on and play.
And
he's his own worst enemy.
That's admirable.
Yeah.
You know.
Timber didn't make the bench, no? I've not seen the bench.
No, he's got to play an under-23 game, isn't he? Arteta said.
Right.
Oh, Zinchenko! What have you done? Oh, they've hit the bar!
Oh,
underside of the bar and it bounces out. The ball goes to Zinchenko. He tries to touch it around the Villa player and he gets it nicked off the edge of the area.
Does that hit the crossbar and the post?
Yeah. It either hit the angle or it hit the underside of the bar.
We are so lucky, man.
Zinchenko needs to be hoiked. I'm sorry. Because he does this every game.
And Havertz has received a yellow card for stopping the quick free kick.
Zinchenko, he can't be on this pitch, bro.
Tielemans is like, how the hell did that not go in?
Every game he gives something away.
I've lost the energy to talk about Zinchenko.
So Havertz is now one yellow card away from a one-game ban.
He can't. And we not got to 32 games, Gal.
I don't know. I didn't know if it changed after 32 games. This is the 33rd game, isn't it?
So that means it goes up to 15, I think.
Oh, Jesus, so lucky. Jesus went flying into the tackle when the ball almost ricocheted straight to a Villa player in the area. Arsenal come again. Go on, through the lines. What's wrong with Saka there? He didn't run. And then all of a sudden he started running. Oh, saved. You're offside, Ben White.
These
Good save from Martinez from Jesus.
Yeah.
These type of matches really just frustrate the hell out of me.
But we're coming close again. I mean, that's a great save from Martinez from Jesus.
No, it hit the underside of the bar tone.
Oh.
And then bounced on the line. Raya beaten, all ends up.
That looks like it hits two parts of the post, bro.
Oh, yeah. So it off the bar and onto the bottom outside of the post.
That's what I thought.
I didn't see it until they played it from the other angle.
Yeah, there you go. I knew it. I've seen the ball ricochet 2 times. I'm like, hang on. That must have hit the crossbar and the post.
Ben White, you know what Ben White's done out here? Ben White is done. He's got no energy left at all. He's got to make subs, man. This is ridiculous now.
Yes, it's time. It's time, isn't it?
You can't keep battering these players and playing them over and over and over again.
Yeah,
and expecting good results.
He's got to bring in. I mean, it just makes sense as well because bringing fresh legs and you've got an impetus, don't you? You get a liveliness of what you got, and he's got to start trusting his players to do that.
Yeah, he doesn't know, does he? Nelson Smith Rowe. What has he got to do to get a start?
Yeah.
And this is the kind of game where you want him, when he can run from deep.
Yeah, that's right. This is the kind of game where those spaces will appear for Smith Rowe. Give him a decent run.
So Tony, I know you.
So Arsenal players are claiming there's an elbow here on
Odegaard, as he heads the ball out. There you go, Carlos.
So, Tony, I know you were talking about Zinchenko earlier on. I mean, any other player who kept on making mistakes like that would be dropped. So why does he? Why is he kept in the team when you've got players on the bench?
Yeah, and you're not talking about scrubs. You've got very good players. Tommy Asu needs to be given minutes because I don't think I can have Zinchenko playing Bayern Munich in midweek. So I need Tommy to get minutes.
Yeah.
He tried the bicycle kick, and he kicked him right in the chest.
Oh yeah.
Well, shouldn't that be a yellow card then?
Nah.
So Martinelli and Tommy coming on.
What did I say? Got my wish. He's listened. He's listened.
He always listens. He's always checking the stream.
I was just about to say that, Vinci.
Always.
I mean, you know what drives me mad, guys, is Ben White's come off for Tommy Asu.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what drives me mad is when Arteta comes out and says, the players, this guy hasn't had enough minutes. And I'm thinking, well, that's your job to get them the minutes they need. So when they're required, they can come in and be up to or near the level that is required of them.
Now, here we go. Trossard. I mean, I think Trossard was having a good game.
So Trossard and Ben White off, Martinelli.
Come on, Martinelli, make an impact now, man. Come on. Your time to shine. Come on.
Victor says, deja vu all over again. This is when we started losing points last season. This isn't, because we started losing points way before this last season.
Yep. It was like February.
Doesn't it show you
February times. The Man City game was what, February when we played them? Exactly. Yeah, that's when we started to fall off the ball.
Yeah.
But doesn't that show you the problem we've got with our structure, where Havertz and Jesus won't come off in a situation in that game, but these players are coming on?
The thing is, Jesus and Havertz can come up with a moment of brilliance. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like they can be out of the game for long periods and just bang. Look at Jesus on against Bayern Munich.
There's the ball. Oh, Martin, why are you not controlling that, Martinelli? He was offside anyway. But the ball from Zinchenko over the top. Martinelli, he lets the ball bounce and skip away from him. When you think, just take it on the touch, or take it on your chest, it's going to direct you towards goal.
But you know what, Gary? The promising thing is Zinchenko sees that, and I think that's where we're going to gain. What Martinelli wants to do is come in, make a curled run in the middle, and let Zinchenko find him over the top. Yeah,
100%. But he's got to stay on side. There's no need when you've got pace like Martinelli. There's no need to be offside.
Yeah,
and he should be watching the line as well. He should not be offside there.
Well, because the line's so high, he can give himself 2 yards. He doesn't even need to be on the last defender. There it is again. Tommy this time. Oh, Jesus, where are you? Crying out loud, man. This guy. Tommy goes down the line, played in by Declan Rice. Jesus is on his heels. He's nowhere to be seen. The ball comes in the middle.
Too slow.
Top of number 9, and that's a goal.
Too slow. I know what Bertram said about Havertz being slow, but really, a striker needs to be quicker of mind. And no, that ball was coming in.
This is where Eddie would have been there. You know that Eddie would have busted his ass to get in that space.
You have to read that.
Listen, I don't care if you're a number 9 or you want to be a number 9. If you don't get in them positions, you ain't scoring goals. It's as simple as that.
You have to read that.
And Tommy does everything right. He wins the ball. He makes the ball. He puts the ball right where he wanted to put it. And he's let down. He's let down by Jesus. Listen, Eddie must be watching that from the bench thinking, what the hell?
Yeah. Oh,
Well done, referee. Well done, because he's
this.
actually saying, I want it on the whistle. Well done, ref. Because that was a very dangerous situation there, that ball being switched to
Ooh,
Yeah,
the
but did you
you
see
stadium.
right.
where Zinchenko was, Lewis?
Yeah.
Zinchenko was in front of the free kick.
The free kick wasn't even there, so they've stolen about 3 yards.
I'll give him that. I don't mind that. I'm not angry at that.
You know, this is what disappoints me with Arteta, man. He's got no trust in the guys that have... Listen, if it wasn't for Smith Rowe and it wasn't for Eddie, would he still be in a job?
Don't forget, we've changed the way that we play now. We was playing a different type of football back then. But I'm with you on that. Like, at least give them, something, like dangle the carrot in front of these man. Because sometimes these guys who've been in and around the club long time, they'll give you a little something extra in games like this.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Jesus needs to come off, man. How are you offside there?
Zinchenko, your miles are. He's playing his man on.
Why is he? Do you know why? It's because he's worried about the pace. He doesn't trust the line.
Go on,
Yeah,
Martinelli.
that's
Go on,
true.
Martinelli. Go for a run. Go on, knock it. Knock it. Oh, how's that a free kick, ref? Are you kidding? But Martinelli's got to knock that ball and go after it.
Yeah. He's got the
He
pace.
allows Konsa to get in between him and the ball.
But you can see the ambition. I'm happy with that. He's getting it. He's going to get it right. He's one of these. He's going to get right. He's going to
I
roast
can't remember
this
last
fella.
time Martinelli got something right.
He's going to roast this fella. At one of these, he's going to roast him. Come on, Martinelli. Prove me right. Come on,
Zinchenko
Arsenal.
just dragged Bailey to the ground there. No free kick though.
Nah, Bailey's looking for the foul there. Not even try to go to the ball. You can always tell if a player's tried to at least go for the ball by their reaction. The fact that he got up and carried on suggests otherwise.
Odegaard, you can't lose it there, Odegaard.
We've almost gone to a back. We've gone to a back three now. In
We was
Yeah,
for
possession.
that
because
free kick there.
Zinchenko pushing into his inverted
Yeah.
fullback.
To be fair to Odie, he's got 2 on him there, Gary.
Yeah, but he can just lay that back, Lewis. He doesn't need to try and turn. I know he does these turns, but every time it's not needed.
Well done, Tommy. Great defended.
Especially the later on in the game you get. If they break away and score, it's harder for you to come back in it, no? So in the first half, you can afford to get away with it. But later in the game, you just got to play smart. Keep the ball. They can't score.
Just to your point, Victor, I think Zinchenko and Martinelli down the left is possibly one of the best combinations because Zinchenko's one of the few players who can see that Martinelli run. I'm hoping corner to Villa comes in.
Well, they've been given another corner, but Raya and Zinchenko just let that ball bounce out of play.
Raya was never going to get to it. Not in that position.
Yeah, it was a little bit
way too far for it. Way
to go
too
out
far.
to try and.
Yeah, but they was both happy to sort of like let it go. You know, so that he must have thought it'd come off their player.
We're good in the air anyway, defensively. So
don't say that,
you
man.
just
Don't say that.
Interestingly, Victor, Martinelli's very good defensively.
Hold on, checking for is there a check for a penalty here? Hold on. Check for a penalty to Villa, I think.
What handball they're asking for here is what they're looking for. The player was on the floor. His hands are on the floor.
Man.
No, that's never a penalty in a million years. Never.
He's been pushed to the floor as well.
Yeah,
Jesus, it was a foul on Jesus, but Tommy did well to keep his hands out of the way.
It's a foul to us, if anything.
No, it's another corner been given.
Corner?
Yeah, another corner.
Yeah.
Jesus at the near post. And it's
Go on, Arsenal break now. Go on, keep running, keep running, keep running. What a crossfield switch that is. Unlucky.
So yeah, beautiful crossfield switch.
Yeah, you got to
Declan
play
Rice, but
Martinelli in there. Got to play Martinelli there.
I agree with you. I think you've got to play Martinelli in. You've got to exploit his pace against that back line.
You see me as a winger when I've made that run and I'm calling for the ball. It's like put me in because I am favourite to get onto the other end of it. Do you know what I mean? Like just clip it down the channel. But I don't think Odie had much space to actually
There's a
wind
few
up and
players here
play
that
it.
shouldn't even still be on the pitch with 76 minutes gone. And this is I'm afraid this is the thing that Arteta just doesn't get right.
I guarantee you he's going to put in 3 subs in the next 5 minutes.
I guarantee you he does it in about the 89th minute. Expect him to go win the game in 30 seconds.
I mean, these are the
Villa,
functions, man.
we're all over the gaff, man. Bailey, Martinelli. Oh, no free kick. Wow. How has Martinelli got away with that? That looked like a blatant free kick on Leon Bailey, edge of the area.
Absolutely. That's 100% foul.
Right, so Smith Rowe and Jorginho coming on.
I told you, gal.
Yeah, you're getting word from Apollo, man. You got Apollo on the text, mate.
Come on,
But
Smith,
77 minutes, it's too late. It really is too late.
It's not.
Oh, this Villa player is finished. He is finished.
We only need 1 goal, gal. We only need 1 goal. We only need 1
Odegaard
goal.
He's taking Odegaard off.
We only need 1 goal. 1 goal.
Saving him for midweek.
1 goal. Come on, you boys. That's the end of Odegaard's afternoon. Jesus is still on the pitch, and God knows why.
Yeah, that's because he's now captain.
Jesus has gone off.
Jesus?
Oh, yeah, Jesus has gone off.
Okay.
So Havertz up top.
I don't know why we didn't just start that way in the first place. What? Jorginho gets the captain. Oh, yeah. I'll be back.
If Zanola gets a bit more tape on him, man, you can send him as a Christmas present. This is a big 15 minutes or so coming up now.
It is. It's massive. It's massive.
Yes, there's 11 left plus a bit of injury time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be about 15 minutes, isn't it?
But you know what? I like what I see. I think the changes are positive.
I would have given Eddie a run out. I think you need that little hassle up front. The centre backs have got it too easy. You know, they're able to play around the press. Eddie's a pest. Havertz is out on his feet. You know, you're asking him to play another 95 minutes.
Yeah. But that's what you get with Havertz. He's a 90-minute player, isn't he? Got to commend him.
You know, has Saka even been in the game this half? Well done, Willie.
Yeah. Arsenal throw, innit? Yeah, well done.
Come on, Arsenal. We started off the game looking like we was going to be on fire, and we've just literally died a death.
Well, I wouldn't say that, Gal. I mean, we're still pressing. We're still seeking out this one. We've made changes, so I'm hoping those changes will make a difference. You know, I can see either Smith Rowe or Martinelli scoring the winner.
This is how the game went in at Villa Park. Exactly like this. You know, Villa sitting in
Oh,
deep.
Zinchenko again, man. He tried to control it. He's facing his own goal. He tries to control it on the turn and loses the ball. And Declan Rice gets back to help him out with Bailey. But just play the way you're facing. Tried a little turn and lost the ball.
He's just too much of a liability.
Second half, 3 shots each. Arsenal have had 1 on target. That was an easy save for Martinez.
It's interesting that the shots have gone down, haven't they, from the first half?
Yeah, because the players on the pitch are running on empty.
Yeah.
You know, they're overexerting themselves. They've got another big match coming up Wednesday. You've got a squad of players, but you're not using them effectively.
Mm.
Zinchenko's got done again. Oh, my God, you got sold down the river, mate. And it's Konsa blocked by Gabriel out for a throw. Gabriel looks like he's on empty.
Well done, Gabriel. But that was just too easy against Zinchenko.
Yeah, he got drawn in, the touch played around him, and there was a way.
Way too easy. You know that you can't afford to be caught by the running player. So you stand back. You wait.
Havertz, let go of your shirt. What are you doing? You're on a yellow card, mate. He just got a handful of McGinn's shirt.
Yeah, I saw it. Oh, mate. So 82nd minute.
And they've done us down the right-hand side, and Saka gives away a corner.
The longer this game goes on, just come on, boys, man, please. Just create.
Well, if we drop 2 points here, we've got to rely on City slipping up, and I don't see that happening.
Yeah, they do go away to Brighton next week.
Brighton aren't gonna do nothing. If we slap them up there, they're not doing nothing. Brighton have got quite a few injuries as well, so.
Come on, Arsenal. We need a goal. We need a goal. We need a goal. Come on. That's a foul there, ref.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, 1-0 Villa. Leon Bailey.
Fuck me. Excuse my language.
You know what?
Wow.
It was a disastrous goal to give away. See it again in a minute. The cross comes in. It's through everybody, and he's at the far post. There's no left back to be seen.
No, Martinelli's got to pick him up. As I'm watching it, Martinelli's not even bothered to go pick him up.
There was no fullback in defence at all, in any way, shape, or form, whether it's Zinchenko, Martinelli, or whoever.
Come on, man. I knew this was going to happen. I had this feeling, man. I had this feeling.
You know what? Listen, we haven't looked like we're going to win this game, Lewis. Yeah, you know, we had all them opportunities in the first half, and we haven't looked like we're going to win it. I mean, that cross should never come in from there. Saliba's the wrong side. Declan Rice at the far post.
Zinchenko is not even anywhere where he's close to be.
Yeah, but Martinelli can fit in.
No, it's not Martinelli. It was Declan Rice.
Well, either one of them. Like, why is no one
how's
checking?
He got that crossing from there? Raya, I don't know what Raya's doing. Raya, I think Raya has serious issues coming for this ball.
To be fair, Raya's done what anybody else would do there and cover the near post, because as the ball comes in, like if he gets the touch near post, we'll be saying, why is he not at the near post? So it's not Raya's fault. It's just the fact that we didn't defend our front post well enough.
Go on.
You know,
Corner Arsenal.
Listen, when
Come on, Arsenal.
the heat is up in the kitchen, you got to step up to it. And I'm afraid today we ain't stepped up. We've gone the other way. We've run out the kitchen. Now the urgency. Look from the corner. Now there's urgency. Saliba totally misjumps over the ball. You know, now they want a bit of urgency. But where was this urgency previously in the game in this second half? And Ollie Watkins is through. Ollie Watkins, Smith Rowe tracking him back. And Ollie Watkins has scored 2-0.
Oh, my.
Take him out. You've got to take him out. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
That's a smash and grab, man.
You know, they've gone all hell for leather trying to get this goal, and they left themselves wide open at the back. Desperation, mate. You don't win league titles this way. You don't win league titles this way. Simple as that. You know, if you can't win, you must not lose. You've got players out on this pitch that for 87 minutes have not looked anywhere near at the races. I mean, look, he's there. He's all on his own, on the halfway line, on his own. How is that possible? Smith Rowe does his best. Oh, he actually takes a flick off Smith Rowe, and that's what takes it in. I think it was going anyway. I'm not sure Raya would have saved it if it hadn't taken the flick. But, you know, you can't defend like that. That man on his own, in his own half, on the edge of the area.
I don't think you can allow him to get in the box. I think you've got to somehow stop him outside the box.
Listen, we haven't been good enough all over the pitch, Tone. Right, we've lost it in the last couple of minutes, but we've got what we deserve basically because they've come the closest to scoring. Right, they've had two really good chances. Oh look, he brought Eddie Nketiah on. You know what? Arteta, you're an idiot, mate. You're an absolute idiot. 2-0 down, 88 minutes. You bring Nketiah on now for Zinchenko. Does that make sense to anybody? When the game was crying out on the 60th minute for someone that's going to run at them and cause them problems. Yeah, Martinelli, go home, mate. Shocking. Absolutely shocking.
It was coming. We said it at half time when you're looking at the stats that you can't dominate a game and not dominate the big scoreline. The longer it went 0-0, the more Villa are going to be in the game. And what's happened? They're 2-0 up.
Ollie Watkins, 19 Premier League goals this season.
Arsenal need an Ollie Watkins, man. Because the strikers we have ain't good enough.
Hold on a sec. I'll be back. Oh, shit.
You know, I'm just so disappointed with how we've played. I really am. I'm just so disappointed. I'm disappointed in the manager. You know, he just didn't make the changes at the right time. You know, to bring it in Nketiah on now. If I was him, I'd refuse to go on. Do you know that? I'd refuse to go on. I'd say no thanks. Get me out of this club.
Terrible. Somebody's got to score here. Oh, what a terrible ball.
You know, Arteta's got it badly wrong today.
I mean, you go one down and then a minute later you conceded again. Are you sure? What the hell?
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're now into 8 minutes of injury time.
Now, what time we could play another 90 minutes of injury time and still not score?
There's a corner to Arsenal.
No, it's a throw, mate.
Throwing, okay. Like it looped out the corner.
It makes you laugh. The urgency they show now when they're losing. Where was this urgency when it was still 0-0?
I'm just lost for words. Like, it's just killed my weekend. Literally killed my weekend.
Oh,
Shoot, for crying out loud. Oh, what is going on here?
I'll tell you where this has all stemmed from is, again, those wasted chances in that first half against a team that can punish
Hurt you. Yeah.
if you give them opportunities. As that's a perfect stat, Tony, that you've given 25% of Arsenal's goals conceded.
and the thing is, the interesting thing about that stat is Arsenal obviously have the best defensive record in the Premier League, so we're very good defensively. But this has just been one of our just subpar performances up front, where you needed to score before the half. You needed to set a precedent to stop the onslaught when it was going to eventually come.
Arteta got it wrong today. I don't care how you look at it, he got it wrong. You got players out on the field that are absolutely dead on their feet, and you're expecting them to keep going and keep going and keep going. You have a squad for a reason. And if you're not willing to use players like Nketiah and Nelson and Smith Rowe, when you need to use them, why do you think putting them on with 10 minutes to go is the answer to anything? You're not good enough to play in the game, but I'm going to put you on for the last 10 minutes because we need a goal. That makes no sense to me.
Do you know what makes this even worse? They've had 2 less days to prepare for the damn game. And they've absolutely smashed and grabbed us today. They've had 2 less rest days. Most of these players played on Thursday night from Villa. We had 2 extra days to rest. And this is the performance
they're
that we
through
put
again.
in.
They're through again. Oh, and it's only a good save by Ryan that stops Watkins again.
So my stream's dying, guys. So that's why I haven't been.
Yeah, you ain't missing much, Vincey. They just played round us like he wasn't there, but they give Bailey offside.
Do you know what? I mean, and Tony, I know we spoke about this already in the game, but this is why I say,
Oh, Declan Rice get lost. He's not Twickenham, mate.
No game is a given with the way how we manage games and make substitutions. No game's a given.
City's title now, mate.
Yeah,
City's title now.
It's theirs to lose. They'd have to lose. They'd have to lose. They even a draw doesn't help us.
Yeah, no, if they draw and we win, we go back on level on points, and they're only 2 ahead of us.
Yeah, true that. Yeah. Oh,
but
man.
I'm just saying the guy needs to use his squad more because Havertz looked out on his feet, and you're asking him to play more, and he couldn't get to the block of the cross, for the first goal. And I'm just disappointed in the manager today. In the first half, we had the run of them. The balls over the top. We just couldn't finish. Just couldn't finish.
I mean, you wouldn't contemplate that a team could come and play us with a high line in 2 games and walk away with a victory.
Both times.
Both times because we failed to adapt and take chances in both games.
Saka in this half, he has not been involved. I just don't understand. What the manager's thinking. I really don't. And it's a major flaw that he's got, where he can't see that people are literally dead on the pitch, but he's still whipping them to get more.
Pass it. Come on inside.
That was unlucky, man. Eddie almost had a shot in the box, but that McGinn just gets there first. I don't think anyone from Arsenal really showed up today. Or I couldn't even give a man of the match, to be perfectly honest.
Well, if it was Arsenal, I would have picked Odegaard.
Yeah, maybe Odegaard for some of the through balls he played in the first half, but
he was laying them on a plate for them.
Yeah, you can't. That's woeful. You can't be wasteful like that in the title running with those chances that Odegaard was giving. A team's playing a high line, so you're getting the opportunity to run in on goal to the keeper, and you're struggling to control the ball. On how many opportunities?
Saka's just got done again, man. Saka's just got done again. Why is this guy still on the pitch? I feel so sorry for this kid, man. He gets kicked about all over the gaff, and he's just played another 98 minutes with a big game coming up again on Wednesday.
It's crazy. It's absolute madness.
You know, and it's beyond the joke. It really is. Havertz is through now, and he can't control the ball. Jesus, my Christ!
Still,
play through by Jorginho, couldn't control it. And Villa get it off him.
And Gary, this is the thing. Yeah, I've been in that situation. Tony will well know. As a striker, you miss sitters. You can make 6-7 chances, and it's not your day. And if there's people on the bench who can come,
and here comes Leon Bailey again. Crossfield ball. He's taking it to the corner flag.
You know you're being substituted. So today, it's clear to see that Havertz didn't have his shooting boots on.
Yeah.
Maybe if that was Smith Rowe running from deep in the first half, maybe you got different outset on it. You know, again, don't forget, how many times did Saka get to the byline? Where's the number 9 in the middle for the cross? Trossard, the ball's played in from Jesus. All he's got to do is put it in the far corner, but he hits it straight at where Martinez can reach it. And that's it, full time, lads.
Abject performance against a team.
I'm gonna start putting up my stats so you guys have a chat amongst yourself for the time being.
Ain't really a lot to say, is there?
No.
I mean, my son just said the only positive today was that Xhaka finally clinched the Bundesliga.
I'm not even bothered by that.
I think today, I know a lot of people don't want to talk about these issues about Arteta and his management, and they focus on when we're riding high. And I've always been on this state all season. That first half stats, for me, is a reflection of where we've gone backwards compared to last season. We're not taking chances. The game's tighter, and teams have learnt from us last season. And if they get opportunities, they're putting it away. Today's a perfect example. We've had more possession at home. We've had some very good chances first half, and we haven't killed a game off. So,
yeah. I mean, Martinelli, what did Martinelli do when he come on that pitch? Not a thing. This guy Martinelli's going backwards.
Thing is, the game you can't just solely put it on Martinelli. Like
No,
we've
I'm not
had
solely putting on Martinelli, but I'm
clear.
saying you're bringing a player on to affect the game, right? You're a sub. Wow, you're kind of come on. I want you to go and affect this game. What the guy doesn't know whether to run on the outside, run on the inside, whether he should pass it, whether he should shoot, whether he should cross it. The guy is just mixed up.
I think a lot of that is coaching. I think Martinelli last season, you saw a different Martinelli to what you're seeing now. And I think a lot of it is coaching to try and get him to play a certain way. We lack, even though Martinelli goes down the side of players, we lack the support, as Tony says, in pace to get up to play with him. So if he's having to go past 3-4 defenders to get a shot on goal, it's a problem. So this season, we've got Havertz. We're playing a more tighter knit across that line. We're not being stretched, but Martinelli has his problems. But I see that front line of Arsenal as a huge problem. Today is a perfect example where, again, Villa can play this way, and we struggle. We struggle to put the ball in the back of the net with good chances. Good chances are falling to people who you expect to put those chances away, and they're not putting them away. It's just poor. And you can't go up against Europe's elite doing that, what you did today.
I just think it was clear that players were Saka, White, Havertz, Free, all running on empty. All running on empty. And you had to make changes earlier. You've got Eddie on the bench. You've got Smith Rowe on the bench. Smith Rowe come on, but on literally 80 minutes gone. Him and Jorginho. What do you expect a player to do in 10 freaking minutes? What are you expecting the guy to do in 10 minutes?
I agree with the amount of time, that lack of time they've given, but you see Jesus, you see Havertz, both missing chances, and Eddie could have come on a lot sooner. If you're going to bring him on, he could have come on a lot sooner and made a difference. Change the formation a little bit and bring on a striker that you're going to have a focal point, who's going to have legs and support him around there. Martinez is going to have a good game. He's playing against us. You know what I mean? So you've got to be a little bit more smarter with some of the shots that we've taken. Poor. I can't hide it. I'm not. I don't defend poor football. Don't do it.
Like you say that Martinez made 3 or 4 saves in that game, but they were standard procedure saves. He hasn't had to pull off no worldies.
Yeah.
Saka gets played. I mean, Odegaard was imperious in that first sort of half hour, 35 minutes. He was playing balls through the lines for fun. But when Saka gets to that byline, where is our number 9 getting across that front post or getting in the middle of the goal to tap something in? Non-existent. And Arteta's prepared just to watch it and let it keep going on and going on and going on. He doesn't want to change it. He doesn't want to get involved in anything. Just let it play. And it's clearly not working.
And I think you made a good point where you towards the end where you said about Saka in the 92nd minute, and you're thinking, okay, so the game's probably lost, and you've still got players on the bench, but Saka's still playing.
Bloody hell, that is an alarming stat right there.
Most shots in the first half of a game. I mean, it's just it's that's like playing table football and just spinning the handle going around. You know what I mean?
No, but it's also how much do these boys want it? And after the first sort of 35, 40 minutes, we went flat, and then we come out of half time flat. Like the title's on the line here, lads.
Yeah, but that's
you're on the verge of doing something really, really good, and we just allowed Villa to get on top of the game, and then we made two stupid errors and let the goals. We deserve what we get.
Mm.
We wasn't clinical enough, and we may have the best defense and best attack, but today we didn't look like champions. We didn't play like champions at all.
Mm.
And it's now
at least
for
that
the
takes
boys
Villa
to
3
dig
points clear of Tottenham. That's the only thing that's come out of it today.
I'd rather have taken the 3 points
Yeah, of
myself
course,
on top of the league.
100%.
But the boys now need to kind of look at themselves as a group and as individuals and say, look, the season's not done no matter what the media says, but it's just got a lot harder. The next result against Bayern away is very, very important now. They need to put in a performance. Not just for them, but for us. Like they all know that it wasn't good enough. And Arteta needs to look at it himself as well and sort of say, right, I know what my strongest 11 is, but there are times where I need to switch it up. I need to give players a break. You look at Pep, he's forever changing his team.
Yeah, but that's a perfect thing there, Lewis, because there's a reason that City end up fresh at the end of the season because most of their players only played 23 games.
Yeah.
I mean,
I wouldn't. Maybe Tony can find the stat about who's played the most games for City this season. But even like De Bruyne, who's probably their best player, has only played. I know he's been out injured, but even if he was full season 38, he ain't playing 30 games. He's playing 20 something.
But they have the money power to do that. Do you know what I mean? They got the spending power. We're still playing catch up.
But you're saying that we've got Ben White playing with a knee injury, right? Requiring steroid shot. We've got Tomiyasu on the bench. We've got Cedric on the bench, right? Guys that can play at right back. So why are you playing a guy that's injured in every single game while he's carrying an injury? Why does that happen? That shouldn't happen at any club, should it? Surely not.
Well, it's gonna happen at our club because we stick to our formation.
Yeah, but you're playing a player that's injured.
Yep, yeah, but the problem is Arteta plays a formation and a road and a core of players, and outside of that, he will flog those players until they either play poorly, they're injured, or they're suspended for him to make a change. So it goes back again to the manager as to, okay, you know what happened the last time we played Villa in this situation. You started the game. We had enough opportunities to take our chances in the first half. We didn't. So how long did you wait before you made the chances in the second half with the way how the game was playing? And then obviously individual mistakes, as Tony's mentioned again at the back, that allowed Villa to come in and take the opportunities, compounds the problem with everything what you've just said. This is a team you've already lost to already in the year, so you've got to take your chances. You've got to be switched on. And if they have opportunities, they will score. They're still a dangerous team.
Yeah, I'm just really disappointed in the team selection and the substitutions today. It was clear that from the hour onwards, like we come out second half, we was flat. Saka wasn't involved in the game, but he's played 99 minutes here today. How has he played 99 minutes?
Not only that, he's going to end up playing the whole entire game against Bayern, and God forbid if that goes into extra time. He's suffering, man. He needs a break.
And that's the thing is, you go back to the tactics. We're talking about the tactics. What tactics are you going to change to allow your players to be fresh in situations where you can see they're not performing? So you're going to bring somebody else on. Martinelli coming on, he could have still played. You could have taken Saka off and played Martinelli in that position. You could quite easily done that. There's he's got to be. If we as fans can see those situations, the manager is unwilling to do the things that we suggesting. And not to say it can't happen, but he's not willing to do those things, and that's where we are.
Yeah, the manager's got to have a lot of give and take in him, and I just don't think he's got enough. And it's going to be the downfall of him because you can have all these players in your squad, but if you ain't going to play them, it's pointless having them. You've got young guys, Eddie, Smith Rowe, Nelson, all on the bench, all chafing at the bit to get some action on the pitch. But you go 2-0 down, you bring Eddie on with like an 88th minute. What is that about?
It's funny. This time last year, Tony was talking about bums on seats. We need to get bums on seats to have players of caliber on the bench. So we've got players of caliber on the bench, and we don't use them at this stage of the season.
That's what I mean. Listen, Vinty, it doesn't matter if you go and sign Osimhen, you go and sign this guy, you go and sign this guy. It's irrelevant. If you're not going to use them when you need to use them, there is no point in having them.
Yeah, and that's why I said, I know some fans think I'm crazy, but I don't want quality players coming to Arsenal and sitting on the bench. I don't care how young they are. If they're quality, get them in the team.
So, Gary, let's talk about these minutes, because obviously you made the point about who's played the most minutes. Phil Foden, I don't know if people can see that clearly, but the most minutes for Man City is Phil Foden, 3,500.
Yeah, but that's 23 games, Tone, isn't it?
Yeah, but look at Arsenal have 3 players who've played more minutes. 3.
And they're in the
Declan Rice, Gabriel and Saliba. And then not far behind is Ben White.
How many games is that, Tone?
So you can see how many games they're in the squad. Yeah, and then you can see how many games they've started.
14.
Oh, right. So, yeah. Sorry. So Phil Foden started 45 games.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even sure if it started. It might even have just been come on the pitch at some point. So he might have been in the squad 50, but been involved in the game.
This can't be Premier League, though, can it? This is all games.
Yeah. All cup competitions.
Yeah, because we ain't played 50 games in the Premier League.
Do you know what I see when I see this stat? I'm looking, I'm seeing, okay, you've got Foden, you've got Haaland, you've got Alvarez as attacking players. For us, we've got Odegaard, Saka, and Havertz. The same. But look at the caliber of the difference. Same style of play. So many defenders, midfielders playing minutes. That's what I see. We have a long way to go to address.
I'm going to assume that if you went through the whole list and looked at all the squad, after probably about 13 players on the 14 players on the Arsenal side, you're going to see very little minutes for everyone else.
Yeah, but I want to be seeing more attacking players on this list. That's what I want to see. That gives me confidence that actually, you know what, we're hurting teams. Because I don't think City are hurting team. If De Bruyne was fit, you see De Bruyne more on this list.
So don't forget De Bruyne was out for 3 months, so that's probably why he's not up there.
Yeah, but even if he was there, Lewis, he would have only played about 23 games or started 23 games.
Yeah,
that's a big difference.
And this is the thing. I need to see more attacking players on that list. I think it's a great stat.
Just to give you the breakdown, more attacking players on this list. Well, Odegaard, Saka, and Havertz are the only players that have scored that have played 3,000 minutes. from an attacking point of view. I wouldn't count Declan Rice as an attacking player. Then you drop down to 2,300 with Martinelli. And then you drop down to 1,700 with Trossard. And then 1,600 with Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because of injury. But then who's after Jesus? Where's these guys like Nelson? They're not even on the list.
Well, Eddie Nketiah's got 1,300.
That's
Reece
because he played
Nelson's
10 games while Jesus was out injured earlier on.
Reece Nelson's on 639.
There you go, 630 minutes. What nonsense is that?
And that's bearing in mind that he's been in the squad 41 times.
Yeah, not good enough. Just not good enough.
It's not good enough. It is not good enough in any way, shape, or form.
Let me break this down even further for you. 41 times in the squad is exactly the same amount of times as Bukayo Saka this season.
I can't do it. I know he's the manager. I know we're second in the league. We were in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I need more. Yeah. Process. Leave me out with the process. Yeah. This is a 90-minute game of football. Yeah.
I'm pretty certain you're intrigued by these ones. So Smith Rowe's been in 34 squads. He's got onto the pitch 17 times for 442 minutes.
That is shocking. That is shocking.
That is
so
terrible.
bad. That is so bad to the kid.
You know,
Just to give you the comparison. So he's been in the squad 34 times. Fabio Vieira's been in the squad 26 times.
Played more minutes.
Fabio Vieira has played in 15 games. Emil Smith Rowe has played in 17 games. Yet Fabio Vieira has had 462 minutes compared to Emil Smith Rowe, 442. So their minutes are not that far apart. But clearly Smith Rowe has been around the squad for long enough to have received significantly more minutes than he's received.
You know what it's like I said earlier on, when Arteta comes out and says that these guys need minutes, but it's your job to get them minutes. That's like saying, why did someone nick my brand new car that's parked outside because I left the keys in it? I just don't understand. It doesn't compute in my head. You're saying one thing, but you're contradicting because you're the guy that's meant to be giving them the minutes, right? It's his job to get them the minutes. So when they're needed, they ain't coming in cold. They ain't coming in without playing a game in so long. 2 minutes here, 3 minutes there. That is nothing. You know?
Okay. Let's stop the butchery.
Can't do it, man. Can't do it.
Let's stop the butchery. Look, it is what it is. The gravy train goes on. Yeah? So, what guys can I ask do you want Arsenal to do now? Do we focus all our attention on the Champions League? Because let's be honest, the second tie is winnable. If Arteta turns this team around in the next 4 days and gets a performance, or 3 days and gets performance out in Munich, and we go through to the semi-final against Man City or Real Madrid, we have big questions to ask. And they kind of fall in the same sort of situation as I said earlier. Do you go all out against Man City or Real Madrid in the semi-final? Yeah? At the sacrifice of the league?
Now you probably say, we go all out for the Champions League and we forget about the league. But don't forget, listen, Bayern played yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Bayern played yesterday, so they're already a day rest ahead of us.
Yeah.
We've just played 99 minutes with our full team out on display. Bayern had nothing to play for the weekend, right? The German League is not as intensive as the Premier League. So now you're asking guys like Havertz, Rice, Saka, all to go again on Wednesday at 100% for 95 plus minutes to try and take the team through to the semi-final. Does that make any sense to you guys?
I think for me it's been the same thing all season. Where we are now, manage the next 90-minute game that you have. Manage it with your selection, manage it with your chances taken, manage it with your concentration, and manage it with your substitutions. If I don't see that, it doesn't matter whether it's the Champions League or it's the league, as you've seen today. We didn't manage today. Today was poor. If you got 1 out of 10, that's because of the first half. Because the 90 minutes, we lost 2-0. We did not manage the game. So you've got to manage a game and win the game against Bayern to put ourselves in a situation for the next game to manage it. And I think we're very naive at this stage of the season in managing 90-minute games.
Anyone want to counter that?
I think over 90 minutes, I think we're naive in managing games for most of the season. But it hasn't been spoken about because we've been winning games. And we've been winning games well. But
So
there's been times where
you can't really make that. That's an oxymoron. Because if you say you don't manage games but you win games, then that's an oxymoron.
no, it's not, because
Obviously,
has there been times where you could make a substitution when the game is got when we've already won the game, but you're still playing players like Saka for longer than they should be playing? Is that not game management? No.
Yeah.
So regardless of whether you're winning 4-0, 1-0, 10-0, does that player need to be on the pitch for a certain length of time before he's substituted, or can you get that player off 10 to 15 minutes earlier than you have done? That to me is game management.
Has to be done. You got a squad of, whether it's a big squad or a small squad, you got a squad. You got to use it and be smart and say, do you know what, we need you a little bit fresh tomorrow, midweek. And if you're going to be starting midweek and maybe not finishing, we still need you to be fresh. You have to manage it.
And as well, it's a lot. It's been talked about a lot. I mean, Bertram loves to tell us that Arteta has no game management or in-game management, and you know, he proved right today, because the starting lineup, although the team half picks itself, it was clear to me that after an hour you had players that were dead on their feet, and you need to score a goal, but you don't bring Eddie on. You take Jesus off. You put Havertz up top, who's already running on empty because he's busted his gut again in the midfield, tracking back, tackling, making runs through in the first half. But you leave him on, and then you put Havertz up front to run a little bit more. But you got a guy sitting on the bench like Eddie, who's a pest, speed to burn, can finish, but he's sitting on the bench. I don't understand it. I really don't. I'm baffled.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right, Gary. You know, the management of players' minutes. You know, you've got to be more understanding of what you're going to need from certain individuals to be at their utmost best, and ultimately, this is what I've said all season. End of last season, we kind of just burnt out, and Arteta's job was to get the people in. So he made some very good buys, but to ensure that come the end of the season, if we're in that position that we were last season, that we could go all out to the end and not burn out. And it kind of feels like you've burnt out. Just looking at the I mean,
when you guys think about it, this would have been the perfect game for Eddie, because they play a high line. Eddie wants to play as the 9, right? He ain't interested in doing
the Jesus trickery. He wants to score goals. He wants to get on the end of things, make runs. And he could have spun in behind countless times there today. He could have got up to support Havertz. You know, all the things that Jesus doesn't bring, Eddie can give you. So maybe this was a perfect game for Eddie to get a start today, to see if he can go and score goals to take us to the 3 points.
I think we've all made some great points, and I know, Tony, you were mentioning about curtailing the butchery, but I think the fallout from this is Arteta's got a bigger job now based on how we tailed off last year to get them ready for this Bayern Munich game that they've got to get a result in 90 minutes. It's huge what's happened today. Huge. And it's like, we know they can do it, but you know the fatigue. You played today. I mean, you've gone out. You know physically.
I'm mash up.
You know what it takes. Lewis, you played today, and you know
and I played yesterday as well.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I only watched 2 games this morning, and I can't even walk.
I'm aching hearing Lewis and Tony talking about them playing 90 minutes. Yeah. So these brothers are emotionally going to go to Munich, aching, and going to get a result against.
And it's only a 3-day turnaround, right?
Yeah.
So today, would it not have made more sense to play Eddie, to play Smith Rowe, maybe to give Nelson a start? Yeah. And if the game's not going well,
he would have been crucified to go that far. My point is, Eddie could have had a start today, man. You stop and you think, Jesus, even if you want to play Havertz for a certain period of time, at half time, you can make a decision and say, you know what, one of you, Havertz or Jesus, you're not starting the second half.
You know, Tony made a great comment in the first half where he said about when Havertz is going clean through, would you expect Jesus to be up alongside him? The answer is no, but you would expect Eddie to be there. You would expect Eddie to notice the play. The ball's gone through. Eddie ain't resting on his laurels. Eddie's busting a gut to get in that box.
Why would you?
And that's the difference between the 2 players.
Why would you not expect Jesus to get?
Because there? It wouldn't occur to Jesus to make a run to the ball. I think he would just think, oh, he's going to finish this here. You know, and every time Havertz went through, there was no one up there beside him. Not Saka, not Jesus. It was Havertz versus them. Right? He didn't control the ball, but maybe if there's that shout in the middle, maybe he can just a little square ball and someone's got to tap it. But I would expect Eddie to be there, maybe not on every occasion, but more 6 times out of 10. And I'd say Jesus maybe 3 times out of 10, if that.
But Gary, you know you got training for that. You know you can train and you're playing a certain way and say, do you know what? In that situation, you know the only other person who's going to get inside of the box outside of Jesus is possibly Odegaard because he's going to be that closer on that side of the pitch.
Yeah, or Odegaard. You know, there was no one in support. But I just think it's something that is not in Jesus' game. He wants to do everything and be a goal scorer as well. And football doesn't work like that. Look at all the great goal scorers. Ian Rush, Ian Wright, Alan Shearer, Harry Kane. Right, Harry Kane could do a bit of everything, but you put Harry Kane on the pitch, he wants to score a goal, first and foremost. Then he can drop back and do this, that, and the other. But Harry Kane wants to score a goal. He will put himself in positions to score a goal.
Well,
Saka went to the byline. He cut it back to Jesus on the angle of the 6-yard area, probably about 14 yards out. But where was he in the middle of the goal to receive the cross for a tap-in? Nowhere.
The ball only came across once. I mean, I'm thinking about those balls that Odegaard put through, and the majority of those balls went to Havertz. So if in that situation, you're looking thinking clean through on goal, you got the ball to the wrong person. You'd expect. You would have expected if Jesus was in those positions, then Jesus probably would have should have had a better chance of converting those chances. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, well, even if you're there, even if you're not on the ball, Jesus, you can still get there. There is no excuse to not get there and support a player just in case he could have a ricochet and the ball could come out to you and you're there to finish. You can't just leave him on his own if he's clear through.
Yeah, I mean, it's disappointing. I mean, to break the line so many times and not really test the goal kick, because I mean, the one shot that Havertz did force a save. I mean, that was a run and real save from Martinez. He hasn't had to stretch him, you know. But I just think you need that support up beside him there so he can literally roll it across. You know, one we did see Jesus roll across. I mean, Trossard's got to score that all day long. He's just got to either put it in the far corner to his left or open up his body and tap it in with his left. He plays with both feet. And he's hit it straight back where Martinez has come from, and Martinez gets a good save. But it was a save that you'd expect him to make because it's within his reach. Big goalkeeper, 6'4", 6'3". He's got big reach. You've got to put it where he can't get it.
Musa Arteta won't blame players because he's not that kind of manager. That's one thing about him. He's definitely not the type of manager to blame players. Oh dear.
The disappointment on all four of us. The disappointment on all four of us. I've got a headache, man. I'm so stressed.
No, I'm not stressed.
I'm game stats. So it literally was a game of two halves because Aston Villa obviously presented a much greater threat in the second half. Their expected goals went up from 0.13 or whatever the number was to 1.13. Arsenal expected goals 1.62 went. Did that go down?
You went up.
Went up.
It went up. It went up.
Yeah.
So 1.3.
It's gone up.
Yeah, 1.32 went up to 1.6.
See, Tony, your students do pay attention.
Well done, gentlemen. Well done.
And that stat is ridiculous. The chances that we had in that first half compared to Villa's in the second half, and they have a higher goal. That's just ridiculous.
The game isn't won on stats. The game is won by putting the ball in the back of the net.
100%.
You know, you can have 10% of the ball and still win the game 1-0. That is the game. This Premier League, if you do not take your chances, you get punished. And that's what happened today. We got punished because we just can't take chances at the minute. We need a trip back to Dubai.
Yeah, we do. Alas, that's not forthcoming because we have a very busy schedule. So, you know, look, it is what it is. I think, you know, we've kind of analysed the striking deficiencies of our team. You know, it's ultimately breaks down to the fact that Arsenal don't have an out-and-out goal scorer. You look at Villa, you know, today, their goal scorer, when they needed it, came up with a goal. Arteta's about to start, so I'm going to put you guys on mute while I listen to him.
No worries, I'm going to jump out, Tony.
Superb, and one of the best halves that we have played against a top team. Should have been 3 or 4 or more, I don't know. You don't put that scoreline and you don't reflect on that in the second half. We lack momentum. Didn't happen a lot of things, but we didn't have the flow that we had in the first half, and then we conceded 2 very, very poor goals.
So how did they take that momentum away from you?
Well, credit to them, because in the first half we had a lot. We were a bit unprecise with the ball. We didn't have enough sequences in the right areas to do what we did in the first half. We're struggling to regain the ball as well in the areas that we did in the first half, and that's it. And then we lost it, and you have to congratulate your opponent.
So if you look back at key reasons, do you actually look back at not being clinical first half, not being 3 or 4 ahead like you said you deserve?
For sure. And when you're at this level, you have to punish them. It's not like you're going to do that for 95 minutes against a top opponent. And we haven't done that. At least don't concede again the goals that we have.
Do you think it began to play on minds, the fact that you hadn't got the goals your performance warranted?
Well, I don't know. That's more a question for the players that are there. But that's always in football the case, And then you have to be sometimes a bit more patient than we were in the second half to find our moments, and we're trying to do that as well with the changes. That's when we concede the goal.
I was going to ask you about the changes, particularly taking off Martin Odegaard, who was a big influence on the game first half. You're thinking?
Yeah, because he had a lead issue. That's why.
Okay. How important now? You've talked about being emotionally stable. You said that in midweek when you were behind in the game. How important now is emotional stability? There's going to be a lot of noise. City at the top now. How do you cut through that?
But we cannot control that. What we can control is when you have the run that we had, and you win, 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 and you draw, and you win. Easy to be a leader, easy to stand up, easy to stand here, easy to be around with the flow. Is now. The moment is now. After this blow, how we react, we have the best opportunity to react on Wednesday night against Bayern Munich. And now the team has to show it, and now we have to make sure that we react in the way that if you want to win, you have to expect to overcome the situations.
So is that for you as well? Big voices, leaders, like you say, when you're winning, that's one thing.
It was going to happen. As on stage, with the games that we have, it was going to happen. Now how we react to that, that's going to be the key.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first time you blinked since New Year's Eve, really. Is there a danger it becomes bigger in the players' heads than it actually is? You start thinking about last year and what's happened in the past.
That's easy. What you can control is how you're going to feel now, the way you talk now, the way you react, and the way you look ahead of what is happening on Wednesday. And this is in our control.
It never feels good to be behind Man City. They've got obviously a great record of finishing things off. Is that another thing to shut out?
Yeah, but we cannot control that.
Still possible.
With the amount of games that you have won in a row in any other league in the world, you are 6 or 8 points clear. It's not the case now, and this is a challenge.
Thank you. Thanks, Mikhail.
Well, as he said, results earlier in the season
So, gentlemen, oh man, I mean, feel for Arteta.
I don't feel for him at all.
No, I do, because he's done a great job. I do feel for him. He's done a great job. You don't do a job that you've done for 98% of the time, do well, make one error, and then you go, oh, it's his fault.
Do you know what, Tony? If he realised the mistake that he made and he tried to correct it earlier, then I'd say I feel sorry for him. But I think he's so stubborn. He doesn't want to admit that he made a mistake. And now he just said that Odegaard has picked up a late issue.
Yeah.
Now Odegaard is another one that's played every minute of every game.
Yeah.
So has he been overplayed now? Is he going to be missing for a week or two? This is what I'm saying about controlling your squad and getting the players in and out at the right time.
Yeah.
Do you know what that interview showed to me? There's another side to this. Arteta's still rewarding the players who have got us into this situation, so we can actually give them a little credit there. We've rewarded them, but for me, I think he is highly pissed at the fact that, again, we're in this situation and they have not taken those chances. As he rightly said, you can't be in those situations. There's an argument to say, which we've had, that make substitutions and change it around and give other players a start. But these same players have put us in this situation and gone out and laid an egg in 90 minutes. And he's frustrated because, again, we're in a situation, as you said, it's easier to lead at the front, yeah, but to come behind is something else different. Well, they've put themselves in this situation. He's frustrated. And as you rightly said, it's a perfect opportunity. You know what? You put yourself in this situation, pick your heads up. You've got Bayern Munich now. So it's like, that's for me, that's what I heard. I think we're right in what we've said, that he could have made these changes, but I think that the players really let them down in not taking them chances. You can't do that. You can't do that. Can't do that.
I said I'd be more worried, Vincey, about not so much about the players missing the chances, but the drop off in the second half was monumental. The drop off in the second half was absolutely chalk and cheese in the first half. Well, you're not expecting him to go hell for leather for the whole 90 odd minutes, but in the second half, the drop off between sort of like from the start of the second half to 70th minute, we were just never really at the races. That was the worrying thing for me. And when you've got players on the bench that can bring the tide up a little bit and maybe cause a reaction in the rest of the team to push a little bit more, I think you've got to use that opportunity. And the more that you fail to do it, the more it tells the players on the bench that they ain't good enough. And are they really going to come on and give you 100% when they've been treated? I feel they've been treated really unfairly for the whole course of the season.
Gary,
You know,
I don't think we went hell for leather today. I think, in comparison to the way how the ball was moved, I thought we moved in that first 45 minute intelligently, and it's just poor execution, time and time and time again. And
yeah, but as a manager, Vincey, when you watch the first half and you see the drop off in the second half, are you not encouraged to change it quicker? Because we're not creating the opportunities we was in the first half. The zest went out of our play, the passing. Right, if Odegaard picked up an issue, maybe that's why he kind of dropped off. But there was something that went wrong in that second half.
I would have made the substitutions at half time or earlier. Why? Because yes, you've got that game in midweek.
Sorry, guys, to interrupt. Sorry, Declan Rice is on.
Go for it.
In the first half, and what we created in the space that there was, we had to take one of them. And we didn't. And in the Premier League now, every game's tough, and teams can come back to bite you and hurt you. And that's what Villa done in the second half.
With the first half, with the way you played, could you see what happened second half coming at all?
No, of course not, because we've been so dominant in games. But like I said, Villa have got some unbelievable players. Technically unreal. Ollie obviously up top, who's a constant goal threat. So we had to stay on it. And if you can't win games of football, don't lose. You look up at the clock and you see there's 15 to go. It's 0-0. If you're going to win the game, you take a point, especially in these situations. And to now lose and not take anything is a real kick in the teeth.
But is that the stage of the season kicking in? You're thinking at 0-0, we've got to win it.
Yeah, of course, we want to win every game. Absolutely. This is Arsenal for one. You feel the pressure that you have to win these football matches, and we put the pressure on ourselves. We knew today going into it that it was nothing but 3 points, and we obviously didn't get that in the end, which is obviously disappointing. But it's time now for a reaction. Starting on Wednesday night.
Yeah, the manager's just been in and said exactly that. It's one thing when you're winning and you're winning. Now's the time for leaders. Now I would suggest it's the time for big character like you.
Yeah, I think. Like you said, I think since January, no one would have predicted this run we've gone on. It's obviously come to an end today. It's not ideal, but sometimes, these are the things that you need again to reset, to refocus. And I still feel like there's going to be loads of twists and turns to go. Obviously, we're in a three-horse title race with two unbelievable sides. But as you can see today with the other results, Premier League can throw up anything, and we can only control what we're going to do. Obviously, we didn't do that today by not winning, but in the next, I think, 6 games, we can control that. So, look, 6 finals to go in the Premier League, and we'll give it everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, you can tell the disappointment.
Yeah. So guys, it's a tough loss. It's a tough loss. There's a lot to contend with, and it's like, you know, it feels like a real kick in the teeth. It does. I know that it's going to be difficult to silence the madding crowd outside saying you've bottled it again, especially with the noisy neighbours, even though they've lost 4-0 this weekend. And we haven't helped their efforts to get into the Champions League any. But yeah, it's a tough one. You know, I kind of look through the things and some of the comments, and I don't want to put them all up because some of them are a little bit derogatory. But essentially, you know, some of them do point the finger at Arteta and say, you know, look, he's the problem. But it's twofold, isn't it? I mean, as Tone, you said, you know, these players have been drilled into creating opportunities, and the drilling that Arteta has done, the hard work he has put in to make the system of play what Arsenal are playing, creating so many opportunities. Somebody had to score a goal today. And that's all credit to Mikel Arteta. Yeah. So when we go, oh, well, Mikel Arteta is responsible for not picking the right 11. Well, hang on a second. That first 11 that started that first 45 minutes should have been 3-0 up.
Yeah.
And that's not his fault. Now, whether he then has the plan B in place, we might question that. But he, as I said to Gary, at the time I said he's going to make 5 substitutions in the next 5 minutes. And I was right. Oh, he made 3. Sorry, I said he was going to make 3. And he made 4. And I was right. He made them at a time when I thought the game was salvageable. But what we saw wasn't good enough. And I might put the pressure on Mikel Arteta and say, what instructions did you give those guys? How was it that when you make a change against a tired 11 in Villa, your bench players weren't good enough to create a difference? That's something that Liverpool have been able to do over the years. That's something that Manchester City have been able to do over the years. That is something that I thought we had finally turned a corner, because last season we just didn't have the people to come in and do the business when the first 11 weren't playing. Yeah. Today, unfortunately, when the first 11 were taken off, the Remainers didn't do anything that made you go, oh, well, there was an impetus. And that's ideally what you're looking to do. You're looking for someone to go and change the game.
You know, I mean, that's what I said about Martinelli. I mean, you left out the team, you get your chance to come on, and all of a sudden you don't do anything that's showing the manager why he's left you out of the team. Because if I was the manager, after seeing that, he wouldn't be in the team again this season. You know, you want a reaction, players that are left out, players that come on, players that haven't been in the squad, all right, they didn't really get the chance. I mean, why is Smith Rowe defending Ollie Watkins?
Don't get it.
What, you know, Smith Rowe, attacking player, put him bloody up front.
Yeah. He shouldn't be the last man.
Leave Tomiyasu or whoever at the back, who's a defender, to cover Ollie Watkins. You've just gone 1-0 down. Makes no sense. You know, so I'm just disappointed with it all, man. But, you know, listen, we go on to Wednesday, we see what we can do. I'm gonna jump off, Tone. I've got a right headache coming on.
All right, mate.
All right, I'll catch you all Wednesday. See you later, Vincey.
All right, take care, mate.
Yeah, God, see you, mate. Bye.
So yeah, guys, I mean, I'm not going to make this go on much longer. I'm not going to do a player ratings. I don't think anyone bar Martin Odegaard gets anything over a 6. It's a hard pill to swallow. It is. It's a very hard pill to swallow. But we go on. I asked the question at halftime. I asked the question again at the end of the game. You know, where do you put your priorities? Do you now try all out for the Champions League and say, you know, look, we go out, obviously, all out on Wednesday night against Bayern, but then you have a decision to make because you're then going to play the winner of Manchester City versus Real Madrid over two-leg semi-final. And you're going to have a hell of a job to manage the players in those two semi-finals if you make it, yeah, against completing the rest of this league season and still trying to keep the gap. Obviously, we've got the hardest running. But yeah, it's a tough one. Guys, I'm going to end the stream there. Please, down in the ticker tape down below, you can see where you can follow us, where you can follow Apollo, Twitter X, Apollyon24. Obviously, we are on Facebook. But yeah, look, hold your heads up high. Let's hope we can go out on Wednesday night and correct what we didn't get right today, what we didn't get right last week, Tuesday. Thank you all for joining us today. Hope the rest of your week goes well, and we will probably see you on a stream on Wednesday night. Take care, guys. Bye for now.